we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
We back, y'all. Let's get everybody back in here. I am sorry about that. Get everybody back in here. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Get in here. Hit that thumbs up. We are bike. Okay. I tried to make a thumbnail and I just said, you know what? And then listen, y'all, look, I named it let me tell y'all what I named it. I named it Say Hello to Fishy Feet, also known as the public drunk secret man. Mr. Dog Man. Anyway, we are back. Thumbs up this video, y'all. Come on, y'all. Thumb up this video so we can get it out there. Say, yeah, y'all play too much. We almost jumped you. When we on StreamYard, if you don't actually change the date, the time, it just puts some random time on there, right? So we're going to go ahead and get into this, y'all. We're going to get into this. I hope everybody is still doing good. Y'all, we going to get cussed out. But do we care? That's the problem. Do we care? Hell no, we don't care. We don't care. We already know what it is. We don't care about any of that. Cuss us out. Do whatever you got to do. We used to it. We are absolutely used to it, right? We're so used to it. We so used to all them rants. Oh, let me drop my coffee link again. I'm sorry. Feel free to buy your girl a coffee. Appreciate you much. Feel free to send a super chat. I'm not even going to do the goal. I already had it up there. If you guys want to send me a super chat, please feel free to do so. If you want to send me a Cash App, do so. If you want to send me a coffee, do so. But only if you feel like your girl is putting it down, baby. If you don't feel like you're being served, then don't send anything, okay? She said, it's funny when they BP go up because of this. Oh, blood pressure. Yes, girl. Yeah, they blood pressure go up and they just be spinning all out of control. It is funny, but we don't care. She like abuse, LOL. She called more names 56 times on her live. 56 times. That don't make no damn sense. She's obsessed with me. I know that. I know. So anyway, we are going to get back into this. Let me bring this up, y'all. And for what I was saying on my last video, I actually found another interview that I will be breaking down and dissecting probably like next week sometime. Okay. So, and it's interesting because it's just a lot of inconsistencies that I peeped. All right. So it seems like our boy has been getting around a lot, you know. She said, more go to Bath and Body Works and get an eclipsis and spearmint wildflower. Oh, for bugs. Yeah, I don't like bugs. Anyway, so we done with that one. We're going to talk about this right here, honey. So we left off at the 30-minute mark. We're going to put it back on. I'm backing up just a little bit, just a tad bit. You remember we left off yesterday with, what did we leave off on? Let me see. Oh yeah, so we left, I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. We left off yesterday with him basically saying or implying that it doesn't matter what a woman's dreams are, right? If you go into a relationship with a man, it doesn't matter what you dreamed about your whole entire life. It don't matter if you wanted to be a doctor, a lawyer, nurse, or a pilot. It does not matter if that was your long life dream, okay? Kevin Wesley is implying in this area of the interview that it does not matter what you wanted to do, but the moment you married a man, it's supposed to be his way. Whatever he wants for you is what you should do, is what he's saying in this clip. So let's back it up just a little bit so you can hear it for yourself.
For her to be him worthy, okay, of leading her. Now, this is what a wife should do. She gets with the.
So let me back it up a little bit.
Proving himself by making you successful. You're now in a situation that you likely wouldn't have been in. She wanted to continue nursing. He talked her out of it. They argued about that. Here's what I'm saying. She comes into his life. She sees that he's a man of value or that he has resources. He's accomplished enough for himself for her to be him worthy, okay, of leading her. Now, this is what a wife should do. She gets with a capable man. Okay, so now he gives you advice. I don't want to hear that advice. I want to argue. That ain't peace. It's not peace. Baby, why don't you want to go to work and work for all them hours whenever we can make more money if you stay home with the children and we create these videos. I already have the platform. I can help you build it. No, I don't want to do that. I want to be in healthcare. I get it. You want to be in healthcare. You got your goals and your dreams. I get all of that. But you finally listened to him. And now you see that he was right. Look at your life now, and you're still complaining.
But I mean, she could have had a great life as a nurse too. I mean, I have sisters that are nurses that make well over 6 figures plus.
They don't make what Brianna's making right now.
I get that, but I'm thinking Brianna knew what she wanted to be, and he talked her out of doing that.
Well, when you become someone's wife, what do you think that is? If you say, okay, I see this man who's capable. But I like being a nurse. So say this man said, we need to move here. Well, I'm going to stay here and be a nurse. You have to understand, your relationship is the most important thing that you're going to have. Your legacy is linked to that. When we become career-oriented, we put careers over our family. That is not the way to be.
As a man. But as a woman, and see, this is where...
No, the woman put the career over her family. She said, I want to be a nurse. This is what I want to do. She married a man and told him what type of job she wanted to do.
That don't even sound sane. She married a man and then gonna tell him what she wants to do. It sounds like a father-daughter type dynamic more so than a husband and wife, okay? Husband and wife, you're supposed to be partners. You guys discuss things amongst each other and you come up with a solution. It's never just whatever your husband say do. You guys compromise. That's what you do. You talk about it. He listens to your thoughts. You listens to his thoughts, right? And then y'all come up with a happy medium. It may not even be 100% of what you want or 100% of what he wants, but that's where the compromising come in at. You understand what I'm saying? It could have been something like, well, you know what? Instead of me being a full-time nurse, let me just be a call-in nurse, because they have part-time nurses where they only work when they're called in. So it's not on a full-time basis and they can actually turn it down. So let's just say on Tuesday or Thursday, your husband wanted you all to himself or whatever, he wanted you guys to date. That nurse is almost like a substitute teacher. They say, okay, yeah, I want to work today, or no, I don't want to work. They actually have positions like that. So that's where you have compromising come in at, because everybody just don't want to sit at home and be a mama or raise their kids and chasing kids all day, every day. You understand what I'm saying? So, but to say she married him and then gonna try to tell him what she wanted to do, see, to me, that's where he has marriage effed up at. And I could tell in his home, those women have no voice. You don't hear a man say things like this on a public platform of over 1 million people and think for one moment that his wife have a voice in her home. She does not. Her voice is his voice. She does what he wants her to do. She says what he wants her to say. And can't nobody tell me differently. They have no voice. You literally hear this man say she married him and then try to tell him what she wants to do. So I could just automatically tell that those girls, if they do have dreams, they're dead. They are no longer, because their dreams are his dreams. I guarantee you, if he wanted to move to Colombia, they had no choice. If they're going to be married to him, they had to pack up and go move to Colombia. And that's all the way down to the grandbaby, to the son, from the top all the way to the bottom. Let's continue.
We disagree now. We disagree.
Well, listen, if you trust a man and you see this man is capable for you, if he's not the man for you, why would you marry him and then say, I don't want to leave my job? I don't actually truly want to trust you.
I don't think that has anything to do with trust. We're all like, what we contribute to this world, right, is a part of our being. If we're not contributing to the world in a way in which we feel that our higher power has called us to do as women, as mothers, as husbands, you know what I'm saying, as fathers, I mean, it's kind of like you almost don't want to live. Like I believe 80% of the depression, when people are depressed, or
so it sounds like what she's trying to say is we're created to serve, to give back, to add value to society, basically, and not doing something, not serving, not giving back, not working in any type of capacity, not doing nothing but just sitting up there and just taking. It deems you useless, worthless. Because what is your worth? What is your worth? Because yes, that's her husband, but he could die tomorrow. And then what do you have? Nothing. You have nothing. You have no skills, no dreams, no desires. You was doing what your husband told you to do, and now he's gone. So what do you have? You have no identity, because when you married him, this is what Kevin, this is how he's talking. Because when you married him, you took on his thoughts, his dreams, his desires. You're not a separate entity. And that's not how life works. It's just not how life works.
They have things going on that is directly linked to them not being or doing what it is that they want to do. And I think Brianna was inadvertently put into a position to make a choice. She wasn't ready for the amount of publicity that she got, because look what happened. This is nobody's fault but Robert's fault.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. He shoved that camera in her face. They were on, I don't know, tell me if you guys remember this. The first time the Truth ever put her on camera is they were going to the store for some tampons. Raise your hand if you remember that. And he stuck that camera in her face when they were going to the store to purchase some tampons. She didn't want to be on camera. She had said over and over, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be a part of this social media stuff. She wanted to be married to him and love him in the background. He stuffed that camera in her face. She wanted to be a nurse. She wanted to serve. He stuck that camera in her face and basically was like, no, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. So then when she took it and ran with it, and now they all mad. They mad, you know? It's nobody's fault but Robert's. She said that correctly.
I believe 80% of the depression, when people are depressed or when they have things going on, that is directly linked to them not being or doing what it is that they want to do. And I think Brianna was inadvertently put into a position to make a choice. She wasn't ready for the amount of publicity that she got, because look what happened. This is nobody's fault but Robert's fault.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? It's Robert's fault. And I say this. Okay. What do you do? What did you do for a living before you met your husband? That's what I asked you.
Well, I met him. I was in high school.
He was in high school.
Yeah.
So she ain't did shit. So she ain't contributed shit to society. Not a damn thing. She ain't done nothing. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she sells something like a book or health care, skin care or something. She sells something now, like a little, whatever it is, but she doesn't, I believe the reason why Kevin don't want his women working outside of the home because he's insecure and he think another man will sweep them off of their feet. And most men that don't want you to work and want you to stay at home, they're afraid that you're going to go out there and make your money and, you know what I'm saying? Be independent and then be independent and somebody else sweep you off your feet, you know?
What did you do before you met your husband?
I was in the banking industry, basically.
Okay.
I'm glad she ain't say financial institution because if she would have said that she worked in financial institution, I would have just screamed, okay?
So you did, I'm sure is that something that was that ever your dream job to be a banker? Okay. What was your dream?
Honestly, to do what I do now.
Okay.
So I always wanted to teach in some shape, form, or fashion, but I didn't know what that was going to look like, and I didn't have it figured out, so I was working in the meantime.
But you knew in your heart like what you were called to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Before your husband entered the kitchen. Right. So that's what I'm talking about. Brianna knew what she was called to do, which was nurse. Nurses are saying not her. You know what I'm saying?
And that is true. Nurses are seen and not heard. You understand what I'm saying? They are seen and not heard. You don't see a lot of nurses just, being belligerent and acting plumb crazy. No, they warm the soul, but you see them when you are in the hospital and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But they're not heard. They're not loud.
For him, and this is where, and I'm not going to call him a narcissist. I'm just saying it's narcissistic traits when you don't take responsibility to see how you contributed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you fail to take any type of accountability or responsibility whatsoever, when you can't step back for 1 second and say, you know what, I can see where I contribute to that. All right, I can see how I was a little controlling, a little overbearing, a little bit, lacking empathy area. I can see that. I can see how I diminished you by snatching away your dream. I can see that. I can understand that. But he can't do that at all. Because in a narcissist's mind, they feel that they created you. They upgraded you and created you to where you are now. Like you had no skills, right? The narcissists look at it like, oh no, you didn't do anything. I gave this all to you because it was my idea. You didn't have to apply your own skills, right? You didn't have to perfect it. You didn't have to work on it. You didn't do any of that. I basically gave you a box of business and sat it in front of you. That's how a narcissist thinks. They don't feel that your talents or skills or any of it, your sweat, blood, and tears went into it. They feel like I picked up the box, I sat it in front of you. When you accepted it, that's it. I made you, I created you. That's how they look at it. So he takes no accountability or responsibility for diminishing her or snatching her dream from her. Stuck a camera in her face and said, do this because I'm your husband.
The breakdown of your marriage because your wife was trying to go one way and that could have worked with you still doing what you're doing and her being a nurse. Then guess what? Your entire bag would have been protected because now
exactly secured because this social media thing ain't no secured income.
you got two people that are in the limelight. One that doesn't have experience dealing with, social media and all the backlash and then all the praises. And she's reading comments of how good her husband is, and she's reading comments of how much he disrespecting you. And she's taking this all in at the guidance of her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she wouldn't have been in this had it would have not been for him.
That's right.
So that's why I'm asking him. What are you gonna do to fix this?
So let's do this. If you go, I don't know how long you've been following her and all you saying.
I just had to go back and do my homework on like probably like a year, maybe 2.
Okay, well, there's videos where she is. They just got married. I think it was right at 6 years ago. She was working at Best Buy. She wasn't even in nursing. She went to school for nursing, and where she was living, she was a nurse. So she left that to move to be closer to Robert. Okay, because he married her for this.
Okay.
She went and worked at Best Buy, and the nursing thing seemed like a means to an end, not a dream. You see what I'm saying? So whenever he mentioned to it'd be better for the family if you don't put in all those hours, and she wasn't working at the time. He was saying that it's better that you don't go back to work. Okay, so I can help you create this whole thing where you don't have to go back to work. She wasn't completely against that in terms of like, that's not my dream. Okay, so it was what she was used to. So this is what I do. I do nursing. I went to school for this. I don't want to, wasting my time. He's trying to show her there's another way. Now, you may say, well, everyone.
Now, I don't want to really focus much on it, but I heard from my understanding, the reason why she was working at Best Buy is so that they can have extra money, right? Because when he like taking money from her or not allowing her to make money every time he would get mad, he would close off her link or access to make the money or something like that. He was taking away her way of making money. So she went and got a job at Best Buy so she can have her own few coins. That's my understanding of it, but I could be wrong, but I do believe that's what I heard, that the reason why she was working at Best Buy in the first place was so that she can have some monies in her pocket.
Hopes and dreams, and I believe that 100%. If that was her thing where she says, okay, I want to be a nurse, then I wouldn't say it's his fault that she quit. I would say it's hers. Since we're going to do that, she could just simply say, no, I'm not quitting. It's that simple. No, not because he didn't.
So you see how he contradicts himself? He says she wanted to argue. So he's saying that if she didn't be a nurse, right? He's saying now that if she didn't be a nurse, the fact that she didn't become a nurse, it's her fault that she didn't become a nurse, because she could have just told him, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a nurse. But earlier on, and I'm going to go back to it in a second, he said that when he says, no, I don't want you to be a nurse, I want you to be in social media, he says she just wanted to argue. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Right now, he's trying to say she could have pushed back on him, right? And said, no, I want to be a nurse. But she did. And he said they fought about that and she wanted to argue. Let's go back to it right quick, you guys. Let's go back to it right quick.
Is the thing we want to do. And I think Brianna was inadvertently put into a position to make a choice. She wasn't ready.
Hold on.
But you finally listened to him.
Hold on.
You have been here. The person remind themselves of all the things that he is doing. Okay, he's came into my life and he's given me a much better life. He's not cheating on me. He is a great father to my children. My sons get to see an example of a hardworking man. No, he isn't the example that my father was to me, an in-home father, but he is a great father nonetheless. Now, there are men out here who go off to be in the military and they die for this country. And we see that as great for giving your life for this country. I see it as cannon fodder. Okay? This man is being used to die for rich people. But the wife praises that. And when he dies, they bring home a nicely folded blanket and he becomes a hero, a flag. And he's a hero. But Robert, because he's created his own life and he doesn't have to go to work for somebody, now him going to work is neglecting her. He's been a workaholic. That's how he amassed all this platform and the wealth. So she comes into his life because she says, okay, this is a capable man, capable of leading me and my family, because if it's not that, you shouldn't have married. So if you trust him to do that, why wouldn't you allow him to do that? He's already successful. He's proven himself by making you successful. You're now in a situation that you likely wouldn't have been in. She wanted to continue nursing. He talked her out of it. They argued about.
See, he says she wanted to continue nursing. They talked about it, and they argued about it, right?
About that.
Hold on.
Here's what I'm saying. She comes into his life. She sees that he's a man of value, or that he has resources. He's accomplished enough for himself for her to be him work. Okay, of leading her. Now, this is what a wife should do. She gets with a capable man. Okay, so now he gives you advice. I don't want to hear that advice. I want to argue.
See? So he contradicts himself. You know, he says one thing. He says she wanted to be a nurse. She wanted to argue. She told him, no, I want to be a nurse. And she wanted to argue. Right. But then he goes on to say, let's go back to it. He goes on to say, he says her fault because she could have just said, this is what I want to do. Listen.
What are you going to do to fix this?
So let's do this. If you go, I don't know how long you've been following her with all these saying.
I just had to go back and do my homework on probably like a year, maybe 2.
Okay, well, there's videos where she is.
He's gonna try to take it away from her now. Listen, 3 minutes ago, he was saying that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to be in nursing, and they argued about it, right? But now look how he now puts it back on Brianna and say that if that's what she really, really wanted to do, that's all she had to do was tell him. Listen to how he contradicts himself.
They just got married. I think it was right at 6 years ago. She was working at Best Buy. She wasn't even in nursing. She went to school for nursing, and where she was living, she was a nurse. So she left that to move to be closer to Robert. Okay, because he married her, of course. She went and worked at Best Buy, and the nursing thing seemed like a means to an end, not a dream. You see what I'm saying? So whenever he mentioned it'd be better for the family if we don't put in all those hours, and she wasn't working at the time. He was saying that it'd be better that you don't go back to work. Okay, so I can help you create this whole thing where you don't have to go back to work. She wasn't completely against that in terms of like, that's not my dream. Okay, so it was what she was used to. So this is what I do. I do nursing. I went to school for this. I don't want to, wasted my time. He's trying to show her there's another way. Now, you may say, well, everyone has their hopes and dreams, and I believe that 100%. If that was her thing where she said, okay, I want to be a nurse, then I wouldn't say it's his fault that she quit. I would say it's hers. Since we're going to do that, she could just simply say, no, I'm not quitting. It's that simple. No.
See, you see that, right? You see how he contradicts himself, right? So when she said, I want to be a nurse, he said, all she wanted to do was argue. She wanted to argue, right? But then he comes back and try to clean it up and says, all she had to say is she wanted to be a nurse. If she said that was her dream, I wouldn't say that was Robert's fault. I would say that's her fault because she could have just told him that's what she wanted to do. He literally just contradicted himself.
Not because he didn't put a gun to her head. He asked her to quit because he had a better idea. That's what a loving husband would try to do. He's not trying to kill her dreams. He said, I got something even better for our family. We can both be home with our children full time and make more money than you ever thought. And they did that.
At the expense of their family.
At the expense of her. So watch this. This 6-year-old video, she was online mad then because people was commenting saying that she was using him. I work at Best Buy. I don't need him. If he left me, I'll be fine without him. One person commented, and she's on a video talking junk about him. This is how easily she is to be fueled. Hang on, watch this. Even on this video, her own fans are saying, calm down, Brianna. It's not that serious. Calm down.
See, and I told y'all yesterday that he's so involved. Like he was so involved and obsessed with Brianna. He really wanted this relationship destroyed. Okay. Now, let me give a little context of that. Robert supporters did used to say that Brianna was trying to use him. But the reason why they say that is because, well, she came with 3 kids and they automatically assume a woman, especially a nice looking woman with kids and dating a not so, they looked at him like he was, fugly. You know what I'm saying? He was fugly. So they felt like he was not deserving of a nice looking woman. So they told him, oh, she's just trying to use you. She just want to use you. And what woman wants to sit there and hear that? That's why she didn't want to be on camera in the first place. Okay. But I remember Brianna telling me when we were in communication with each other that Robert used to tell her to snap back at those people. And that's how you get more views, more subscribers and whatnot. So he told her to fight with these people in the comments, snap back at them, fight with them. That's how you get more followers. That's how you get your followers up. Okay. And I remember her telling me, after they separated, that was one of the things that she liked about Jonelle, that Jonelle didn't want her fighting back with the audience. He wanted her to ignore them. So she said that was a big difference between Jonelle and Robert. Robert wanted her to have attitude, fight with these people, be petty, say slick shit. Whereas Jonell want her to do her thing and get off the internet. You know what I'm saying? He don't want her living on the internet or fighting people on the internet. He just want her do your content and get off.
She's like, no, I'm gonna do this. So her own fans are trying to calm her down off of one woman commenting something that she didn't like. It turned into a whole charade about him. This woman she's an emotional terrorist. She needs anger management. When she is mad, she does not know how to control it. This is what he was dealing with. A lot of the things that she was upset about, I actually agreed with her about when they were calling me about certain things. Most of the time, I was agreeing with her on the issue.
Now, watch how he contradicts himself, because if you are agreeing with her on the issues, right, then there were issues, because he's just like, oh, she get mad, she becomes this emotional terrorizer. There were issues, and he literally saying that he agreed with her on the issue. But all of a sudden, now she's this horrible ass person that just get mad for no reason, right?
So I would 100% understand that there were things he could have done better as a husband in understanding his wife. Mm-hmm. The way she handled being upset, it ain't nothing a man want to be around. People will get upset. People will have their feelings hurt. They'll be let down. If they came home and say they brought me food, and I didn't like the food. If I got up and hit them, wouldn't you say that's not right?
Yeah, I mean, that's
right, but if I just didn't like the food, that's okay, right?
Right.
Okay, so having an issue is not the problem. It's how they're handling it.
Right.
So she takes to social media to say he beat on me over an argument. He did not beat on her. She said he had a gun. He did not have a gun. She said he was following her. He was not following.
And see, Kevin is lying, because she did not come to the internet and say that he beat on her. She said abuse is real. She literally said abuse is real. So Kevin's sole purpose of going on Tasha K was to lie and tear Brianna down. If you go back to the original video, she never said he beat on me. She said abuse is real, and she deleted it, but the blogs had already got it and carried it on. She said abuse is real, and she showed where he hit her with that tote, and he did do that. He did hit her with the tote, right?
This woman is a liar. And now here you are, you're right here, you're like, okay, what is she going through? No, what is he going? He's sitting here right now. Hang on, he's sitting right now. She's on the phone with the police. Now, as a black man, you already know that's right, like, right? So we could die, but she don't care. She gonna call and say he hit me, and he got a gun. He could lose his life. He got 2 daughters, biological daughters, that can be taken from him in an instant. He could go to jail. He could lose his freedom. He could lose his reputation. She doesn't care. It's only the heat of the moment, and I'm mad. So this ain't the first time she's done it. Years ago, I hated her. I wouldn't even talk to her.
You know, and we've heard these words come out of Kevin's mouth before, or we not necessarily heard, but heard people say it. TC and Mina said that he told them on the phone that he hated them. And he said the reason was because they did not protect him or come out on his defense when we was in his ass before, okay? Those are strong words to say, but we hear him sitting telling Tasha K that years ago he hated Brianna. Tell me that that's not an emotional terrorist. Tell me that's not a man that's dealing with emotional issues, because who says that? No one taught this dude that hate is not a good thing. This joker literally said, I hated her. That's a strong, strong word, which means what comes out or what's in you come out of you, right? Hate have to be in him in order to come out of him. He didn't say, I was frustrated with her. I was angry with her. I was upset with her. I was bothered by her. He said, I hated her. I hated her. What's in you will come out of you. This is not the first time he's actually told women that he hates them. Okay, let's continue.
Because she called the police on him and he told me about it. He wished he wouldn't have told me because I just got mad. I said, she did what to you?
So he literally just contradicts himself, right? He says when she gets mad, she loses it. She gets belligerent. He didn't use those words, but you know, she just act a donkey. She just goes too far, right? So his brother called him on the phone and tell him that she called the police on him, right? And he just says, what did he say? He gets angry. He's a brother. He gets angry. She did what to you? And he developed hate from that. So you tell me, who's the emotional terrorist that don't know how to control their anger? Don't know how to control their emotions? Who's the emotional terror? This man developed hate over being told that his brother's wife called the police on him. And he developed hate from that.
He had me on speakerphone and he was telling me what she did to me.
You're shaking.
Yeah, just the anger, the rage, the fear.
You see that? He's shaken because of the anger, the rage, and the fear. Because it's in him. What's in you will come out of you. It's in him. That hate, that anger, that rage, that fear, that insecurities, that trauma, that's in Kevin. That's why Kevin comes out here and talk fast and cuss people out at the drop of a dime, call people bitches the way he do and make up these outlandish lies on people. It's because that's in him. He's unhinged. He cannot control himself. He absolutely can't control it. She said, you're shaking. He's sitting there explaining the story of his brother's story, not his own, his brother's story, and he's getting angry. And he literally just said that. He's getting angry talking about his brother's story. Tell me that that's not too involved, huh?
They can tell you I was scared for my brother. I was tossing and turning in my sleep because he didn't leave her then. She called the police.
He was tossing and turning in his sleep because his brother wouldn't leave his wife. Make that make sense. He was tossing and turning in his sleep because his brother would not leave a woman that he loved, a woman that he vowed before God to love, to protect, to honor, to blah, 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 to death do us part. This man said that he was tossing and turning in his sleep. You would think that he would say, I said, man, y'all need to go to counseling. Call on God. Involve the Lord into your relationship, right? Go to counseling immediately. No, this man said he tossed and turned in his sleep because his brother would not leave his wife, not his sidekick, not his sneaky link, not his cut buddy, but his wife, not a girlfriend, not a sister wife, but his wife. His brother wouldn't leave his wife, and he tossed and turned in his sleep. Make it make sense. Let's continue.
Like those police could have came in there, guns loaded. And he's lucky they said, let me just check the place. He had a little weed in the drawer. He got put on probation. For 2 years, couldn't leave the state, couldn't do his music, couldn't do anything. He stayed with her then. I said, you should have left then. She's called the police at least 4 times since then. Here's what he did wrong. He got all those calls recorded. He should have played them instantly. He let this thing ride all the way out to where it looks like he's in cahoots. Like it's all.
If he had all 4 of those calls recorded, you best believe all 4 of those calls would have hit the internet. Kevin is literally sitting up there lying to Tasha K. Just lying to Tasha. And he literally told on himself. He made himself look horrible in this video.
It almost looks like it's fake. He had the video of her fake crying the whole time. As soon as she went live and said he was beating her, he should have just played that. But he's stuck on this thing where I'm trying to protect my family. Now he's lost his daughter, his oldest daughter, because she believes what Brianna is saying.
You see that? So you see how he's trying to make it out that it's Brianna's fault that Robert is a deadbeat to his 17-year-old, because Brianna has been out of the way for a while. Why don't he have a relationship with her now? Why don't he have a relationship with her now? Trust and believe, if Brianna had something to do with the breakdown of their relationship, then Brianna being out of the way, they would have fixed that shit. And Kevin knows that. He 100% knows that. But because he's such a liar And the reason why I believe that he wanted to paint his brother as a good, you know, in a good light is because they're brothers. So, you know, paint my brother in a good light, you paint me in a good light. You understand what I'm saying? He was doing reputational damage to make himself look good. Let's continue.
So if he had just been honest and upfront about what she was doing to him from the beginning, maybe he could have saved her. But all this, I'm trying to protect my family. I'm trying to protect my family. That's what's wrong. And I told him, I said, you should protect yourself with the same intensity that someone is trying to destroy you. Absolutely. If she say you beat on her, don't say, well, it's just a prank. Don't say that. Show the real thing. And since she did that, let's do that. You know you're innocent. Handle it like you're innocent.
I just feel that there were red flags way before social media came into the picture.
Yes, they were.
Okay. And
the 3 kids was a red flag.
Well, and just the way she responded in general.
3 kids is not a red flag, because if 3 kids is a red flag, then why 3 kids with Lacey looking on the relationship? Then why that wasn't a red flag? Because Kevin had 3 kids and a wife. Kevin had 3 kids and a wife when he met Lacey, and all the other women that he slept with while still married and had 3 kids. Having 3 kids is not a red flag. Okay. But I will say, what is a red flag? A man that's 34 years old and never been in a relationship, that's a red flag. Never been in a serious relationship at 34 years old is a red flag. Because why? If you're such this great guy, why haven't you been in a serious relationship? Why nobody snatched you off the market and tried everything in their power to keep you? You're 34 years old and you've never had a real relationship. That's a red flag. Okay, let's continue.
To even dating someone who was in the limelight, and then he turns around and talks her into being in the limelight, knowing that she's emotionally unstable.
You know how they
ready
met?
for it.
That's what we started to cut you off.
Through the
You know how they
DM.
met?
Through the
They
DM.
met through the DM,
Right.
on video vixen type stuff. So she was doing videos with one guy already. You can look this up. They have
Yeah,
she has
I
videos
know.
where she's
No, I
in-
saw that. Yeah.
So this person who says she wants to be a nurse is dressing half naked to drive across town to get somebody's video. It seems like
Okay, so now we all saw what Brianna had on, and it wasn't half naked, okay? But now a woman dressing half naked, you see how now he wanted to paint a picture of Brianna as now he's going into the, oh, she's a whore territory, okay? Dressing half naked, like he's trying to minimize her character, and by, you know, saying dressing half naked, he's trying to set it up to where make it seem like she's some slut or she's some whore.
she wants to be in somebody's video. It seems like that's what she wants.
I mean,
And again, he's trying to say because she's doing video vixen, then she couldn't have had a dream to be a nurse. And now we know that that's not true, because a lot of nursing students did what to get through school. A lot of nursing students probably swung on a pole. Okay. And that ain't just nursing students. A lot of college graduates, period, probably swung on a pole to pay for school. But just because you did that don't mean that that's something that you wanted to do or you was going to do forever. Some people do those type things or whatever as a stepping stool to get where they want. They know it. They've looked at it like, oh shit, it's easy money. Let me get this easy money so I can pay for school.
that's what I'm talking about. Robert has to take full responsibility,
he
and
should.
especially going after someone based on how she looks, because she's a very beautiful woman, right? And just ignoring the red flags because you want someone that looks good beside you.
You absolutely should. And this is why I said that what I disagree with you on was asking him on a public forum what he did wrong. Because when a relationship ends, okay, and if they had just said we're getting a divorce, and this was handled like mature adults, we wouldn't have a right to ask them what did you do and what did you do. So this person said that he abused me, and it wasn't nuanced.
Okay, so what Kevin is saying is absolutely untrue, okay? Because even in the divorce decree, you have to put the reason why the marriage is being dissolved. Now, a lot of people just do the general irreconcilable differences, right? But there has to be a reason that you want a divorce. You just don't divorce and say, oh, we're getting a divorce. No, the paperwork's going to say why. Now, again, the most popular answer is unreconcilable differences, but some people put adultery, some people put abuse or whatever, but irreconcilable differences is one of the main excuses that you put on the paperwork. But there is somewhere on the document that asks you, why are you getting a divorce? It just is.
It wasn't ambiguous. I mean, it was physical abuse. That's how she was making it. And I know this because I commented on there. I said, I commented on my page, I've never known my brother to hit a woman. I made it clear, hit a woman.
I don't see that coming from Robert.
Right.
Just coming into contact with you.
Right.
But he is very self-absorbed.
But watch this though. I want you to see this. Okay. So I typed in, he does not hit women. I've never heard of this. She made a video and said, you don't live with him. You don't know him like I know him. Right? And then I made another video saying, if someone says someone hits them and don't say what they did, ignore it. They're lying. Because if someone was truly victimized, they'll say exactly what happened. She never said what happened, just he hit me. So she saw this video, and that's when she made her video giving the details of what she went through. And what she went through was what he went through. Now, he wanted her to come in and clean. He wanted some affection. She didn't want to do that. He shouldn't have went to her saying about the joking about love and hip hop. I'm gonna go outside the relationship. And I told him, you're wrong for that. You should never joke like that.
Yeah.
But then she wants to go through his phone. She couldn't take no for an answer. So she proceeds to wrestle him for his phone. But she says, we're wrestling. No, you're wrestling. He's standing there, you're trying to take his phone. You're wrestling him for his phone.
See, Kevin didn't even tell the story correctly. So the story was, and we know, right? Because we've heard it a zillion times. She actually had his phone. He went into the bathroom and he said it got quiet. This is his own words. See, Kevin just went on there lying. So he said he walked into the bathroom and he noticed that it was quiet, and he came out of the bathroom and saw that she had his phone, and he started wrestling her to get his phone back from her. He wrestled to get his phone back from her. She had his phone. Actually, she had his phone and was texting the girl back. She was texting the girl. So, Kevin, you got it wrong. You went on Tasha K lying for your brother and didn't even have the story correct at all. You did not have the story correct.
Phone and can't get it. When she couldn't get it, she went and got mace. Came back out, grabbed this laptop. Like, if you approach me for this laptop, I'm going to mace you.
Oh my God, did y'all hear Kevin? Anyway, I'm not even going to explain this part. We know that he's lying, but let's continue because this joker is straight lying. That is not how the shit went. He's doing this because it's a big platform and he's trying to murk the whole story. But I'm not about to go relive this damn story. Let's continue.
If this was the other way around, a man was doing this to a woman, we wouldn't even be sitting having this conversation. We wouldn't. But she maced him. He's swinging a pillow to keep the mace from hitting him. But she's saying, oh, he's abusing me with a pillow. Anyway, once it all comes down to it, I never said it was physical. I said it was verbal. You clearly said it was physical. But then she went back to saying it was physical again, even after that. Think about this. She got angry, called me gay, right? Right after that, she said, I'm sorry for calling you gay. And then right after that, she went right back to calling me gay again. This is what I'm saying. This is what he would always say. Dude, she will apologize. Because I called him, bro, she's saying she's sorry. Why don't you deal with her, give her another chance? And I said that this recent time. He said, man, she's lying. After that phone call, when she called me, I recorded it. I called him and said, bro, I let him hear it. He said, nah, she's lying. She'll apologize, and when I go back home, she'll treat me the same way. And I said, bro, it's never happened to this degree. Her reading those comments, you don't think that she would have grown from making this mistake? He said, absolutely not. And he was right. Because the next day she was back online saying his penis was little, he was broke, he was all of this. So a person will apologize. That should mean they realize they're wrong, right? But if they'll redo that thing to you again, are they sorry for their behavior? See, think about this. Kevin, you're gay. Absolutely not gay. But you're saying that. Why? Because I asked you about this abuse thing. You're changing the subject, number one. But I'm sorry for saying.
I think he just wanted to use that opportunity to bring up the gay allegation because he wants people to think that he wasn't gay. And I think that's why he inserted that in there, and he's spending way more time on that comment that don't have nothing to do with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But I think that's why he's doing this right here, because he's using her platform to try to sway people into believing that he's gay, or sway people into believing that he's not gay. Sorry.
As soon as she gets mad at my brother again, go suck your brother's thing. That's what she told him. Now she's online saying he's verbally abusing me. But what we see is her verbally abusing him. We've never seen a video of him say, you're this and you that, and you this and you that, and your coochie stink, and this and this and that, and you got a fake body. He could do that.
Oh, wait a minute. Did he speak too soon? Did Kevin speak too soon? We've never seen a video of him dragging her and calling her bees and talking about, she don't clean up and this, that, and the other. What? Kevin spoke too soon, didn't he? We've never seen him verbally abusing her. He spoke too soon, right? Okay.
He could very well do that, but he didn't. She's doing that.
And let's go back right quick.
Because I asked you about this abuse thing.
Hold on.
You're changing the subject, number one. But I'm sorry for saying that. As soon as she gets mad at my brother again, go suck your brother's thing. That's what she told him. Now she's online saying he's verbally abusing me. But what we see is her verbally abusing him. We've never seen a video of him say, you're this and you that, and you this and you that, and your coochie stink, and this and this and that, and you got a fake body. He could do that. He could very well do that, but he didn't. She's doing that. And what?
Just to even bring up the remark about the coochie stank and got a fake body and stuff like that, he literally wanted to take jabs at Bree. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if this is before Bree had struck him or afterwards. Because, Bree struck him and he sent Bree an email and saying, can you please take away the strike and I'll never mention your name again, or something like that. And Bree refused to take away the strike off of his Facebook page, which stopped his monetization or something like that. So I don't know if this was before that or afterwards, but he was definitely feeling a way about his brother's wife.
Why did she do that? Because he posted a picture of himself in underwear. So a narcissist thinks they have a right to punish you. So he posted a picture of himself in underwear.
Let me read this right quick. She said Kevin wanted his brother to end his marriage so it would bring him down to Kevin's video. Wait a minute. Kevin wanted his brother to end his marriage so it would bring him down to Kevin's video. Kevin knew Bree was the motion and the bag. Kevin was borrowing money from them. Kevin played his brother. Yeah, when you say it would bring him down to Kevin video, what does that mean, Ramlin? I understand what you mean, that I'll bring him down to Kevin's level. Gotcha. Thank you. Yes, he wanted to, yes. And I don't know if you was on here yesterday, but I said the one thing that Robert had over Kevin, right? Because, Kevin a little smarter than Robert and stuff like that, and looked better than Robert, whatever. However, the one thing that Robert had over his brother was an attractive wife. Okay. He didn't like that Robert had a nice looking woman on his arms. He couldn't stand it. He like, wait a minute, how? You fat, your teeth jacked up, your knees knocked together, your butt on your back, you got a humpback, your penis small, you got to stuff your pants. Like, how in the world can you get a decent looking woman? Okay. Kevin did not like that for his brother at all. Let's continue.
She says, oh, you the one that posted that picture. Don't be mad now because I said you got to buy in it because people are asking me if you were growing out of show up. Don't be mad at me. Like, if a man was saying, don't be mad at me because you posted that picture, you want to bathing suit, and everybody asking me, is it real or it fake? Yeah, your ass fake. I remember carrying you back from the place and you was laying on your stomach crying.
See, you see how he's trying to take time to make a slick remark to her? Because listen, again, she has over 1 million subscribers on her page, right? So he really want to diminish Brianna's character and everything. He literally trying to destroy her with this video. That was Kevin's main goal with this interview, was to destroy Brianna. Okay? He really wanted to destroy Brianna. Yeah, your ass is fake, and stuff like that or whatever, right? All right, let's continue.
Himself in underwear. She says, "Oh, you the one that posted that picture. Don't be mad now because I said you got to buy in."
And I think that also that he's really, really mad about the Vienna remark or whatever, because they come from the same bloodline. So I guess he's looking at it like, damn, if she exposed my brother got a non-grower, right? A little teeny weeny Vienna sausage, then that would reveal that mine is Vienna-ish too. Okay. And we have seen both of them stuff their pants. So I think that he was looking at it like, damn, if you expose my brother ain't got shit, then people gonna look at me like I ain't got shit either. Okay. Anyway, let's continue.
If you were growing out of show, don't be mad at me. Like, if a man was saying, don't be mad at me because you posted that picture of you in a bathing suit and everybody asking me, is it real or fake? Yeah, your ass fake. I remember carrying you back from the place and you was laying on your stomach crying. No. As a man, if you wanted to do that, okay?
Okay, look.
And then she up here laughing, and I don't know what she laughing at. She needs to go get her whole mouth fixed. She literally needs to go get surgery in her mouth, pluck all them teeth out and put one by one back in there, one by one. And she got the nerve to be laughing. Anyway, y'all, you know, if I was one of the wives, I would have been like, Kevin, that's so unnecessary. Like that's not what we're here for. That's so unnecessary what you're doing. That's so unnecessary, right? But let us continue. But he ain't telling nobody that he went all the way to New York to get a hair tattoo, a hairline tattoo around his head, right? Because they both, they hair fell the fuck out in their early age, right? Right? But he didn't go tell nobody, oh, I flew all the way to New York and got a hairline tattooed on my head, you know?
A man was saying, don't be mad at me because you posted that picture of you in a bathing suit and everybody asking me, is it real or fake? Yeah, your ass fake. I remember carrying you back from the place and you was laying on your stomach crying. No. As a man, if you wanted to do that, okay?
Okay, look at you.
Look. No, look, watch this.
Jamie, you girl, child, and you see how she, you know, let me tell you something about women that got bad teeth. They never laugh with their mouth open. Have you ever noticed that? They don't laugh with their mouth open. They close them damn. Anyway, child, let me not get on JC, child. Let me hit play, Lord. Let me hit play. But only sassy men says things like that. Okay? Real men don't be studying that shit. Yeah, your ass is fake. They don't give a damn. Only sassy men do this. Only sassy men do this. Okay? Ain't no man spilling no tea that a woman got a fake body. Hell, everybody in Atlanta got a fake body. All females in Atlanta, 98% of them is walking around with fake peach booties because they made it a thing that if you a peach, if you live in Georgia, you supposed to have a Georgia peach. There's a lot of women walking around here with fake booties in Atlanta and in Miami and in LA. Come on, let's be honest here. And if we didn't think that we was going to die, right? And if we didn't want to look jacked up, we weren't afraid to have a botched butt, we'll all be out here with a damn peach, okay? But some of us is okay with what God gave us. We don't want to risk our life or botched booty. You understand what I'm saying? So we just keep what our parents gave us. But majority of a lot of women, it was a thing. They went and got fake butts. You know, let's continue.
It's easy, and it's been acceptable in the world for a woman to come at a man. You're small, you were broke, and you were gay. So they try to destroy this man. Okay, so watch this. What you gonna say to a man to completely, utterly destroy him? His penis is small. He's gay, or he's broke. These are the three main things you would dig into. So what would you say to a woman to destroy her? She can't get another man. Nobody will want you now. He did not do those things. So she completely came for his value in every step of the way. Now watch this. Nobody's on the camera. Nobody's there with her. So she retaliates. You know these arguments they get into? And she seems to get really crazy. And we say, what is he doing to fuel her? He ain't doing nothing to fuel her. She's just on live. She is a little bitty square phone in front of her, and she's just standing in front of it talking shit. Who made her mad this time?
What is he even talking about? I don't even understand what he's talking about on that
This
one.
woman, I'm not trying to tell you guys, like, you have to understand who this person is. And it exposed a lot of things that my brother can work on. But I can tell you this, if he had any type of woman, like what I have, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Yeah, if that's the case, if what he's saying is correct, like it's Brianna, right? If we are to believe that it was Brianna, she was the toxic one, and she was just this horrible ass person. Then what was Sierra? Was Sierra a horrible ass person? So now what was season? Huh? Was it season 2, Kevin? Because there's a pattern. There is a pattern. Was it season 2? So he wanted to make it seem like his brother is not to blame for anything, right? Like, oh, he's just this wonderful ass man and everybody does things to him. He was in a damn near 10-year relationship with Sierra, and she said he abused her. Now we don't believe that Valencia will come out and say anything about abuse at all, whether it was physical, mental, psychological, verbal, right? She won't come out. We know she won't. How? Because she's afraid of his goons coming after her, and she know we're gonna fucking make fun of her ass, right? We're gonna laugh at it because she damn sure couldn't fly over here to us to protect her ass. They'll shred her to pieces, and she doesn't want that. But why did they break up? And we're not gonna sit here and pretend that they was just friends, because if they were just friends then, they would still be just friends now. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? If they were just friends then they would still be just friends now. They don't deal with each other no more. And in my opinion, is because he led her to believe one thing and it was not. She thought she was in a relationship. She thought they were a couple. She thought that was her man until he told her that he wasn't. Okay, let's continue.
Those issues surfaced on him because he did not know how to handle a woman like that. He's a good man. He'll take you and try to give you the world. And that's what that shows. Even if you have kids.
Well, if he's a good man, then why is he why is he not with anybody now? He's such a great man. Why he's not with anybody now? He's self-absorbed, okay? He does things and hide his hand. He's a good man. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I feel like Black men, and especially in the United States.
So if he's a narcissist, I'll tell you what, a lot of women would take that. He gonna come into my life, give me the world. This narcissist is gonna give me the world. Make my life totally different. Love my children. Be a father to my children, even though their father isn't a father to their children. If the man I laid down and had children with was not there for my children, it would break my heart. Because I know my children's heart was broken. So I would love a man who came in and gave my children something that he don't have to give them. I wouldn't criticize him.
And it's funny that he say that, because believe it or not, even though we laugh at the situation, like, oh my God, how in the world could Brianna be with this man? He smelled like, he looked like he got yuck mouth, his horse piano teeth and chitlet teeth, knees knocking, humpback, don't have a stomach. So, and we know his intestines is rerouted to his esophagus. So all his belches smell like shit. Anyway, but we know this, right? But yet Brianna cried for him. She literally cried for this man. She really wanted to be with this man. She ugly cried for him. She literally ugly cried for this man, wanting her marriage to work, and she was mocked for it. No matter how we look at him, we can smell his breath through the fucking through the internet. And she still wanted to be with him, still kissing on him. This dude got ridges in his tongue. In his tongue, he got ridges. So his breath stank, right? Right? But yet she still wanted to be with him, and she was mocked for it. She was mocked for it. So he's sitting up here thinking, oh, she never loved him and this, that, and the other. Kevin, is a lie. She got ridiculed for wanting to work out her marriage.
was not there for my children, it would break my heart. Because I know my children's heart was broken.
So what I'm trying to say is she tried to love him. She even said that she paid for counseling out of her own pocket. Now, y'all know if we don't have that attached to our benefit plan at work, we ain't going to talk to no damn counselor. Only time we're going to do it if they give us 8 weeks free, right? Who's going to pay for counseling out of their own money? That's what she tried to do. That's how much she wanted to save their broken marriage, okay? Broken relationship. She paid for counseling, okay?
Love a man who came and gave my children something that he don't have to give them. I wouldn't criticize him. I wouldn't judge him. I wouldn't keep telling him what he wasn't doing for me. I would see the value in him. So the stuff that he has to keep saying to prove his value, she should be recognized on her own. Any person in that situation should have saw that man's value. With no kids, he should have saw that man's value.
So it sounds to me that Kevin is saying that a wife is not allowed to criticize her husband, meaning that not even allowed to point out where he's, he can improve. And in my opinion, that's bullshit, because how does he grow? If you meet a man and let's just say, in my case, in our 30s, right? Jay and I were in our 30s when we met, right? And if I never told him things were off, or I didn't like this or I didn't like that, if I didn't criticize something that he was doing, then how do we fix it? How does he grow from that? How does it become better? Right? You communicate. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to communicate. And him saying, you ain't going to be shit without me, and if you leave me, everybody going to leave you. You're going to lose your platform, this, that, and the other. Was she not supposed to tell him that hurts me when you say those things? It hurts me when you tell me I ain't going to be shit without you. It hurts me when you tell me that you made me, that I am who I am today because of you. It hurts me that you diminishes me. So as a woman, if you listen to what Kevin is saying, right? A woman is not supposed to tell her husband that, right? She's not supposed to tell him the things that you're saying to me hurts me. No, she's supposed to just praise him because he came in and saved the damn day. No, absolutely not. If Brianna wasn't with Jonelle, I know she got to be 100 times happier that she's not with LaTruth. I would not, if LaTruth was a trillionaire, I wouldn't want nobody in my family, a female, to be with him at all. At all. Or Kevin. I would not allow my daughters to date or marry. Now, of course, I can't stop them, but I would strongly advise against it, or anybody like them. Okay? They're not good men. The way he thinks is not good. He's a narcissist. He is a narcissist.
And see, that's where I kind of disagree. Because men, especially black men, y'all aesthetically go after women.
Now, every time she says she disagree, this thirsty motherfucker over there drink water, because he can't take that. Because if it was Lacey and JC, he'll be going to hell off the fact that they said that they don't agree. But every time Tasha K says, I don't agree with you on that, this nigga go goggling water down his throat. You understand what I'm saying? He go and drink water because he can't stand a woman saying that she doesn't agree with him.
I wouldn't criticize him. I wouldn't judge him. I wouldn't keep telling him what he wasn't doing for me. I would see the value in him.
He's over there having hot flashes and shit. Watch how you have a hot flash in a minute.
For the stuff that he has to keep saying to prove his value, she should be recognized on her own. Any person in that situation should have saw that man's value. With no kids, he should have saw that man's value.
And see, that's where I kind of disagree. Because men, especially black men.
Look at him. He about to start guzzling that water. He can't take it. He can't stand it. Look at him. Kevin cannot stand a woman, a strong ass woman pushing back on him. I'm telling you, me and Kevin would not. Oh my God, baby. Woo, we would not work. Not that there was ever even a chance, but I'm just saying, like, he would not like me whatsoever. He'll forever be drinking water. Do you understand? Drink water. He will forever be drinking water. Now he over there having a hot flash now because Tasha K is sitting across from him and telling him, I disagree with you. I disagree that a wife should not be able to tell her husband or criticize something that he's doing. She disagreed. You both should be able to give constructive criticism to each other. That is how you grow. That is how you grow. If somebody is always praising you and never telling you where you went wrong, then that stunts your growth. How will you ever change it if you don't even know that it's a problem? You should want someone to say, yeah, you could have done it better, did like this, or, you know, you shouldn't say these things and whatever the case may be. Right? It's called constructive criticism, but narcissists hate to be criticized. They can't stand it.
Go after women who you know and ignore what they could possibly come with. Like, he knew all of that meeting Brianna through the DM. He knew all of that when she came and she was a video vixen. He knew all of that the moment he took her from the DM into the house. He knew all of that the moment she started responding negatively to his fans, and that's how he makes his money. He knew all of that the entire time and constantly reminded her, I'm doing this for you. You would not be anywhere without me.
He's only saying that so she would treat him nice and see his value.
You see that? It is abuse. Kevin doesn't even understand. He's saying he's only saying that so she could treat him better and see his value. That's abuse. That's just as saying, oh, he only slapped her upside the head so she can, you know, be quiet. That's abuse. Telling a woman that you ain't shit without me, I made you, I created you, is abuse. No matter where you slice it at, from the end or the middle, it's abuse. Period. He's only saying that so she could see his value. And narcissists always have an excuse for your ass. Always have an excuse as to why someone is doing what it is that they're doing.
Go after women who you know and ignore what they could possibly come with. Like, he knew all of that meeting Brianna through the DM. He knew all of that when she came and she was a video vixen. He knew all of that the moment he took her from the DM into the house. He knew all of that the moment she started responding negatively to his fans, and that's how he makes his money. He knew all of that the entire time and constantly reminded her, I'm doing this for you. You would not be anywhere without me.
He's only saying that so she would treat him nice and see his value.
But that's not how you get anybody to treat you nice. Like, oh,
Exactly, Tasha K. Exactly, Tasha K. How the hell do you telling someone you wouldn't be shit without me supposed to get you to treat them better? Huh? Where you do that at? Where do you go and think that you can talk down to someone and get treated better? That tells me that he talks down to JC and Lacey in order for them to treat him better. If we go by his logic, if we go by what he just said, he talks down to them. I'm making this, I'm doing this for y'all. I'm providing the way for y'all. And you treat me like this? He says those things to those two women. If he can justify his brother demeaning, because that's what it is. You demean a person. When you say, I created you, you wouldn't be shit without me. That is demeaning. And let me just stop for a moment and say, if any of my ladies that's hearing my voice are going through that, please, by all means, girl, do change it. Whether that's leaving or going to get y'all some counseling or whatever the case may be. But you need to change it because that is not the way. You should not be in no demeaning relationship at all. Neither one of y'all should be demeaning each other. That is abuse. Okay? So the fact that he co-signed this shit, he co-signed it, his brother only said it just so that to get her to treat him better? That is exactly what he says to JC and Lacey. All right, let's go.
Let me ask you a question. If a man came to you and said, you should be thankful that I'm here for your children. You should be thankful that you live in a good life. You know, you should be thankful for all this. Do you take that as him truly appreciating you, although the action alone is enough?
Now, she's asking JC, I'm going to need y'all to brace yourself, okay? Because JC has heard this from him before, okay? She's heard this. Now, I want you to hear how JC responds. Brace yourself. If you need to put your drink down, put it down. Because brace yourself, okay? Here we go.
Or do you feel like he's throwing that in your face or saying that it could have been, like, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me? Like, do you see that as genuine?
And Kevin, she's talking to JC. You see Kevin tried to say something, and you see how he's looking at her? Because he's like, what the fuck is she going to say? Because I've said this shit to her before. Do you hear me? Now, he spoke. Now, Tasha K was talking to JC. But Kevin spoke. Did you catch that? Let me go back. Kevin spoke and immediately put eyes on her because he's trying to figure out what she's going to say because he knows with his hearts of hearts that he's told JC that before. He told her that she should be happy. She should be thankful that he didn't leave her and divorce her and leave her with them kids to fend for herself. He's told her that, okay? Now, let's back it up a little bit. She's talking to JC, and I want you to pay attention to Kevin's mouth. I wish there was a way that I can zoom in. I hate the fact that they don't have that, and I hope that they fix this feature later. But I want, I wish I could zoom in, but I can't. I want you to pay attention to his mouth. She is looking at and speaking to JC, and he's going to open his flap, okay? So fixate your eyes on Kevin's mouth right quick. If I need to put it in slow mode, I will. But I want you to fixate your eyes on his mouth, okay? He wanted to try to throw something out there right quick to, she said, I zoomed in. Okay, thank you, Vet, for zooming in. So he wanted to throw something out there to try to get her to basically not out him. He doesn't want to be outed. Okay, here we go.
Could have been, like, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. Like, do you see that as genuine?
You see, I don't even know what the F he said, but he said something and then he looks at her. I don't know. Do anybody know what he said? Hold on. Let me turn this up.
Came to you and said, you should be thankful that I'm here for your children. You should be thankful that you live in a good life. You know? You should be thankful for all this. Do you take that as him truly appreciating you, although the action alone is enough? Or do you feel like he's throwing that in your face or saying that?
I'm trying to catch it. Stop it.
Like, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. Like, do you see that?
I think he said that's not what he said. I think he said that's not what he said. But you see how she already got her mouth open to speak, right? But this joker done already done said something. Okay? She's talking to JC, clearly looking at JC, clearly referencing, her hand gestures and whatnot is going toward her. She was talking to JC. But he wanted to make sure he tried to throw something in there right quick,
Do you see that as genuine?
I would say it depends on what I did previously.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I would only, I guess, feel like I would hear those words if I'm not doing my part.
Did y'all hear this shit? Did y'all hear this shit? She said turn on CC. How do you turn that on? Let me see. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right, I just turned it on. Hold on, let's go back then.
Is enough? Or do you feel like he's throwing that in your face or saying that it could have been, Like you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. Like, do you see that as genuine?
He said that's not what he said. That's not what he said. Now y'all listen to JC. Listen to this. Listen to her. Listen to her.
I would say it depends on what I did previously.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I would only, I guess, feel like I would hear those words if I'm not doing my part.
Okay.
Like saying, if I'm not holding up myself, being the wife, being the mother, taking care of my responsibility, my role, then I would expect to hear somebody be like, listen, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this. Like a reminder. It's like we're a team.
But he married someone that obviously didn't believe in a lot of the things that he didn't believe in, because he said,
so, you know, she's so abused. She's so brainwashed. She's been with this man since she was in high school. This is her only love, really. You know what I'm saying? So she basically just said she expects to be treated that way if she's not doing her part. But doing your part is subjective, okay? Because doing your part to one man might be different to another man. And doing your part to one woman is different than another woman. One man might want you to just cook and clean. Another man might just want you to make sure that his nutsack is emptied. So doing your part is subjective. She's heard those words before. That's why she said that. And he told her that it's because she wasn't doing what she's supposed to do. That is why she literally said those words. But doing your part is subjective, okay? All right, let's go back a little bit.
He didn't believe in marriage. That's so bad. He didn't want marriage. He didn't see marriage.
Like saying, if I'm not holding up myself, being the wife, being the mother, taking care of my responsibility, my role, then I would expect to hear somebody be like, listen, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this. Like a reminder. It's like we're a team.
But he married someone that obviously didn't believe in a lot of the things that he didn't believe in, because he said for himself, he didn't believe in that.
Constantly reminding someone that, you know, I married you. These kids not mine. These your kids. I married you. You weren't shit when I married you. That is abuse. I don't give no fucks what nobody says. It's straight up ass abuse. And baby, let me tell you something. I would be gone so fast, because if you're going to throw up in my face what you did for me, then don't do a motherfucking thing for me. Don't do shit for me. If I got to hear about it 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 19 years later, keep it. Don't do shit for me. Don't you do, because you ain't throwing shit in my face. Who wants to be married to someone that's going to turn around and throw up what they done for you in your face? It's abuse. It is abuse.
Yeah, he didn't vet correctly. He didn't believe in marriage. That's a bad. He didn't want marriage. He didn't see marriage. He didn't believe in love. All this ambiguous stuff. The man got married. He fell in love. He got married when he fell in love. He didn't believe in love till he felt love. So when he did, he didn't hesitate. Man, listen. Okay, a lot of men would have rolled that thing all around and never married that woman, even if they did care about it. He didn't play about it. He married this woman inside of 3 months. Now we were saying
he married her in 3 months because he was a dusty himself. And I don't understand why nobody is saying that. That nigga hit a damn jackpot, okay? Him marrying Brianna was like winning at the fucking casino. He hit a jackpot, okay? But he fumbled, just like they do at the casino. If you play on a damn slot machine and you hit big. You get your ass up and you leave. Because if you stay there and you continue to play, you're going to lose it, okay? You're going to lose it, and you're probably going to lose more. You're going to lose that jackpot, and then you're going to take your ass to the ATM machine, and then you're going to lose more money that you reinvested in it. He hit a jackpot, but he didn't know how to keep the funds. He didn't know how. He was a dusty. The reason why he married her in 3 months is because he thought he could take his winnings and run. But she figured him out. He figured himself out. You understand what I'm saying? That narc can't stay down long. The hell?
salute to a man for dating with reason, for not playing this woman. So you showed her a different way, and she didn't have any good faith. She brought 3 kids into a relationship, and you didn't sit here and judge her and say, wait a second, you got a lot with you. Instead, he took her own good faith. But she came in this thing with no good faith. Now he has to prove himself to her. And whenever she comes down on him, he has to say to her, yo, I'm doing all of this. You should be grateful. Now watch this. Shouldn't she be thankful? I'm there for your children. You should be thankful. What's been sold?
She's paying the bills, right? She's bringing home the bacon. She upgraded their lifestyle, right? She's making all of this money and giving him money for him to give his leech ass family members, right? They leeching. They was all in his damn pocket. Kevin sitting up there acting like he all biggity bad when he know he was borrowing money from his brother too, right? He couldn't even fly to Jamaica. You couldn't even fly to Jamaica, dude. Jamaica. That's a $2,000 trip. You couldn't spend $2,000 to go see your brother get remarried? Huh? He was broke, but yet he wanted the whole family to be content creators. All on to be content creators. If the internet shuts down, then what do you have? Lord forbid that they don't shut the internet down while he in Colombia, because he gonna be up shit creek without a paddle.
Watch this. He's there for her children. That's huge. Shouldn't she be thankful? Watch this. Watch this. I cook food for you. I put a lot into it. I try all these recipes to make the best meals for you. You should be thankful. Now, watch this. Hey, why didn't you get that spotable? Why didn't you get that piece of thing up there? I go over here and just find something wrong. Why are you always trying to do that? Why are you coming here nitpicking and find something wrong? I've done this and I've done that. You didn't notice these things? I'm there for your children. I'm cleaning up my...
So Kevin is basically saying, if the person is doing any good, right? If they have any good in them, then you don't have you cannot complain at all. Okay? So I guarantee you, JC and Lacey, the reason why they were okay with sharing him, because they can't deal with this motherfucker by themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? They just do their time and then they dip out. They can't take all of Kevin all day, every day. They'll shoot their brains out. Kevin with one woman, she would jump off a fucking bridge. Okay? That is why they can say, your time. They probably text each other and be like, come get your damn husband from over here. Sick of this nigga. They with him just to say that they have a man, but they don't want him 100% because he's too exhausting. He's too draining, okay? With that dumbass shit that he comes out of his mouth.
Behind your children, and you mad at me because I missed one thing? He get mad about that. What you say? Did you just throw up in my face that you was there? Come on. She's trying to reason with the brother. She's trying to tell him, yeah, you found something that I left. You think I intentionally left that? You think this is time for you to pick me apart about this thing I left? So now she's like, look, did you not notice all these other things that I'm doing? No, he didn't notice that. You know why? It's a negative mind. People, emotional terrorists, they are moody for whatever reason. And women are more moody than men just because of your biology. So I always often try to tell women, learn how to meditate. The energy that you're feeling is not because somebody did something to you.
Again, y'all talk more shit than we do. And I grew up in barbershops.
Watch this.
I grew up in barbershops.
Before we deal with that, watch this.
Y'all can say one thing and know how to emotionally terrorize us to set us off.
That statement has nothing to do with my brother, and we'll come back to it. You just went to what men do broadly at a barbershop. This is what I'm saying. I'm speaking specifically about this situation.
Barbershops and men, y'all
hear stuff and make it something. So watch this. You should be thankful. You said I should be thankful. You said, so watch this. She came to him with a bunch of complaints. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. That's the insults. This man wants peace. He's not getting peace. He's provided for you. He's there for your children.
Yeah, who said that? They definitely tried to make it seem like Bree came with nothing. She didn't have nothing. She came with a whole insurance, life insurance policy. Okay, I mean not policy, but cash. She came with money into the relationship, right? But they want to skip over that. They want to act like that didn't exist. Okay, they want to act like Bree didn't upgrade. Even Robert said out of his own stanky breath mouth that she came in leading with the wallet. Okay, he said that out of his own mouth. Bree came leading with the wallet. She came paying. Same way she went with John L. She went with him. She came leading with the wallet. He said that out of his own stinky mouth. And he even said that's why he married her. Y'all remember that, right? That's why I married her. That's why I married her. She led with the wallet because she had it. She had the money. Bree was living in a house when she met him. Now she was renting, but it was still a house. It wasn't no apartment. It wasn't no duplex. It was a house, a whole house. Okay? Some of these people that go against her every day is not even in a house. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
You're finding the things he's not doing. Here's why. You're unhappy on the
And he was living with the damn AutoZone dude. This dude had evictions on his record and shit. If he was such this awesome, amazing dude, right, making all this money and able to provide and hold the fuck it down, why he had an eviction on his record? Do you not, y'all know what an eviction is? An eviction is when you make a decision to not pay who don't pay their rent. If you don't do nothing else, if you don't buy the shoes, buy the ice cream, buy the chicken, buy the french fries, you paying your rent. He was evicted while living with another whole man. So now you got two whole men with whole hands, whole arms, and whole feet, and whole legs. And they got evicted? How? Where you do that at? If he was such this hard worker, this provider, if he had it all together, he would not have had an eviction on his record. Because before anything is done, anything, I don't even care if you got to go find you some day work where they pay you for what you did today. You ain't about to get evicted. And then, if I'm not mistaken, because I've never been evicted before, but I'm going to act like I know the process. Don't they give you like a month or two? Don't you have like a month or two? They can't just kick you out if you just missed it in those days, right? Like, don't they say like, don't they give you like 30 days or 60 days or something? So you mean to tell me you couldn't get your rent up in a 30 days or 60 days? The whole damn month? I don't give a damn if I'm sitting in the dark with no water. My rent is going to be paid. We might have to eat ramen noodles with hot dogs, but my rent is going to be paid. You can't sit here and say this man was a provider. This man had it all together. He was a hard worker. He brought her into this awesome, amazing life. And this nigga had an eviction on his record with a roommate. So now you got two Dusties living with each other and neglecting responsibilities. Make it make sense. And then Kevin himself got a theft charge on his record. He ain't no stand-up guy. This joker say he stole a pen out of Walmart. But we ought to believe that these are some stand-up men. How? How? Robert got a charge on his record, and this is public knowledge, where he frauded what do you get when you quit your job? Not Social Security, but employment disability, is it? Is it employment disability? You get, what is it when you're not working? Employment. Unemployment. He has he frauded the unemployment people. He representation of unemployment. So he received unemployment benefits for lying. He was charged with this, you guys. This is on his record. You can go and see it yourself. He frauded the unemployment people to receive benefits. To get benefits, you have to not have a job, right? Now, I don't know exactly the whole thing, like was he working and getting the benefits or how they caught him, or I don't know about that. But what I do know is he was charged and given probation for this. Kevin was given probation for theft. He claimed it was a pen, but I doubt it. For theft. They both have been on probation for something that they were found guilty of. But we are to believe that these are some stand-up men. And I'm not saying you can't be a stand-up man and have gotten in trouble before in your past. I'm not saying that. But to try to paint a picture that Brianna came with all this baggage to this stand-up provider, all about his responsibility, hard-working ass man, his record says hell to the no. He has an eviction on his record, and he has a charge of unemployment, misrepresentation of unemployment benefits. But we ought to believe that Brianna met a winner. No. No, 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 no. He was a dusty. He was a dusty. I don't give a fuck how you dress it up, put jewelry on it, put filters on it. He was a dusty. He was a dusty and still is. To me, he's a dusty. Let's continue. Trying to paint his brother out as some savior. And like Brianna fell in the arms of a savior. This nigga got a whole eviction on his record. Fuck you mean?
So you have to find why you're not happy. And that gets projected on the person that you live with. If he was an emotional terrorist, it would all get projected onto her. Whatever she's doing wrong, whatever mood he has, he's going to put that on her. This is how people are. They're not positive minded.
It doesn't sound like Robert genuinely like loved her. I think that he was aesthetically. I do. I think he was. I think he grew to love her. I think he grew to love her.
Kevin, shut the fuck up and let her finish talking. Can she finish talking? Damn. Can she talk? The nigga didn't love her. Because if he loved her, he would have turned off the camera and worked on his relationship. He did not love her. Fuck you mean? Oh my God.
Watch this. What do you call love?
What do I call love?
Yes.
Love to me is a feeling that.
Feeling.
It ain't even no feeling, Tasha. You fucked up there. Love is not a feeling. Love is not a feeling. You don't feel shit. Love is a commitment. Love is an action. It's something that you choose to do. Love is saying, I want to respect, honor, and do right by this person. I want to be committed to this person, right? It absolutely is an action. It's not no feeling. I don't know that it is a lie. It's feeling, and I get the bubble guts. No, it's gas. That's what my grandmother told me. It's straight up as gas. Go out and squeeze one good time and let that shit out. And there go your love. Okay. It is an action. You choose. You say, I'm going to love this person. I'm going to cherish this person. I'm going to be vulnerable to this person. Okay. I'm going to respect this person. I'm going to honor them. It is an action. It is a choice. It ain't no fucking feeling.
You could have feeling. Now watch this.
No. Because seriously, because I can love people and not want to be around them.
Sure. But
right?
Here's what I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
Love is a doing. What if I told you that? Because watch this. Here's what men often have to deal with. We'll be doing the things that we're supposed to do. Providing, protecting, leading. But she wants to argue what feeling we have or don't have in our chest. And I keep saying, that's the number one thing an emotional terrorizer will do. Have you arguing about the nuance, the ambiguous. You can't prove your love other than showing it to her. So we call love an action word. Love is doing things for each other. That's what creates a harmonic union. You're willing to sacrifice these things to do things.
Because I do things for people.
Well, no, right? Well, here's the thing. If love is working together. The moment I don't love you and if I stop working with you, that's the moment that we can say the love goes. Because the feeling in your chest don't do nothing for nobody. Watch this. It's such a complex. Let me say, give me 2 seconds. Watch this. If I see a person and fall in love with them, love at first sight, what did they feel? Nothing. I felt it, right? So the love that I feel is for me. I get joy from the love I feel for a person. Right. Absolutely. But they can't feel that love. So it's up to me to display that love. So through my actions, I show them how much I love you. Now, this person that can't feel your love will stand there with the audacity to say, you don't love me. We should never argue about stupid stuff like that. It should be, what are you doing in the marriage? Are you working with me? Who said?
If Robert loved Brianna, okay, because we're talking action, right? He said that himself, right? Action. Thank you, Carmelita. Actions speak louder than words. If Robert loved Brianna, he would have protected her. And when I say protected her, he would have got offline. Fuck the internet. It wouldn't. Who gave a care what the internet thought, said, whatever. He would have been like, hey, this me and my wife issue. We gonna work it out. Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna take a couple of days off. Hey, we're gonna get this thing together and we're gonna come back and we're gonna keep this thing going strong. Okay. So that right there showed you that he did not love her. He interacted with the fucking internet. They did not take time, get off the internet, close it down, and just work on them. He would not have even allowed sides to be even mentioned. If somebody would have been like, I'm team true. No, 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 no. You either team us or team not us, period. Because we are one. It should have never been a team truth, team breed bullshit, okay? And it was a team truth first. Don't let nobody tell you different. He allowed teams to be formed. He allowed people to go against her. And listen, he did not love her. This nigga went live I don't know if it was live or video, and played it on the internet. Y'all remember that? He played a conversation that he had with her on the internet when he FaceTimed her. He FaceTimed her and then posted it on the internet. That ain't love. That ain't love. He was trying to appease to fucking social media. All that man had to say is me and my wife had a moment. We're going to take time. We're going to work this thing out and we're going to come back giving y'all some fire-ass content. And guess what? People would have been like, all right, they had a disagreement. They got into it. They good. This shit would have been over with and done with. Over with and done with. They would have been like, and guess what? It wouldn't even meant shit because guess what? We all have our moments. We all have our moments. Sometimes you have spats. Sometimes you have petty spats. You know?
Here wonders if a person's sitting over there with love in their chest. Yo, if you treat me like I want to be treated, if you support me, if you do things for me, then that will be love. We'll call that love. But I'll be sitting here playing in my mind and tormenting myself if I think about on the flip side, do she really love me? Okay, so all the things my wife do to smile to show me they love me. What if I'm on the inside saying, what if they really don't love me? I mean, I do pay for everything. I do give them a life. What if they're just...
This joker said, I pay for everything. And you know, I bet you Kevin probably have them believing he pay for everything. Now, we all know they all got social media accounts. But when he say he pay for everything, it's probably because they put all their money in one big ass, his pot, his bank account. All the money goes to his bank account and he take care of it. That's his way of saying, I pay for everything. Don't think for one moment that JC and Lacey is not getting a check. Now, they're not getting it. I believe it's routed to him. He's getting the money, but it's them having to go out and do their part. But he paid for everything. Man, please.
Using me. Now, through that, I'm going to be like, are you using me? How would that feel?
I mean, I wouldn't feel appreciated. I wouldn't feel seen.
Now, you're telling me you love me, though. And you're doing all the things that would show me you love me. But I think you're using me. I don't think you actually love me. How would that feel to you?
It would be hard.
How would you express to me that you love me?
How would I express that I love you?
Because love is a feeling. I'm not seeing it.
I mean, through action, definitely. Through action. Through consistency.
So if the actions that she's doing is not causing me to feel love,
he just totally just cut her the fuck off because he really don't give a damn what she has to say. Did y'all see that? Mid-sentence, her goofy ass over there trying to explain. I don't know why she thought that she would ever be able to finish her sentence. She goofy. He just totally just interrupt her like, girl, whatever you got to say, I don't give a fuck. Let me just talk to Tasha because you're nobody. He literally just cut her off in mid-sentence. You hear that? He cut her off in mid. That's because he don't give a damn what she has to say.
The problem is with me. See, like,
no, let's run it back. Let's run it back. She was literally talking. That's the conversations in their home. He don't give her, look at her. She like, well, I don't know why you asking me when you ain't gonna let me finish. You know you're gonna take over the conversation and butt in, and I'm not gonna finish saying what the fuck I was saying.
Now, you're telling me you love me, though. And you're doing all the things that would show me you love me. But I think you're using me. I don't think you actually love me. How would that feel to you?
Now he says, how does that feel to you? Look.
How would you express to me that you love me?
How would I express that I love you?
Because love is a feeling. I'm not seeing it.
I mean, through action. action, definitely through action, through consistency.
So if the actions that she's doing is not causing me to feel,
She said through action, through consistency, through, and that's it. Through actions, through consistency, through, and he was done. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I don't want to hear what the fuck you got to say. She's not respected.
the problem is with me. See, like here's what someone
but
if I'm not happy, it's your fault.
But love is something I don't think any being can really explain. It's just,
Right. That's why you have to say it's an action. If you can't explain it, then it's just gonna be okay. Something that can't be explained, you're gonna curse it.
Okay, let's just simplify.
See, Tasha is talking about agape love. That's a different type of love, right? Agape love is a godly love. That's because God told us to love everyone. And I understand what she's saying. She's saying she can love you and don't do nothing for you or don't be involved with you. It's an agape love. It's because we are told by God to love our neighbors. So she's talking agape love. She's not talking about the type of love that you would love a spouse. Like some people, we have unconditional love, like for our kids, our family, and stuff like that. But agape love is for strangers. You don't even have to know them to have love for them. And I think that's what she's getting the married love or, your spouse love mixed up with agape love. That's why she's saying it's a feeling, but it's not a feeling. It's basically what is it? Agape love is a direction. It's an order from God. It's a commandment, right? That we're supposed to have love for everyone. Okay. Love your neighbor as Christ loved the church or something like that. So I think that's what she's getting it mixed up at.
I love a movie, right? I don't have to, I can play that movie, but I don't have to go and seek out the producers to say, I love this movie. I just love this movie. It needs no
Which is nothing. It's just your feeling.
Right.
That's good.
Okay. I love my husband. I don't necessarily.
You love food.
I love food.
Fish.
Right. Okay. So
see how love gets reduced to like, I love my husband. I love fish. See, because you watch. Exactly. Do you love fish or do you love eating fish? Do you want to say,
Kevin? Can she finish talking? Can she tell us what the fuck she's trying to say? Jeez. Can she finish? We don't know what she's saying. You literally just cut her off. I'm trying to hear her. Damn. Big mouth ass.
I love fish.
No, you love fish.
I love petting fish.
And you love the taste of fish?
I love the taste of fish and everything.
Right. Does the fish feel loved when you get it?
Probably, because it just.
You know what?
What I'm saying is, I think sometimes we equate love, and I was just talking to my husband about this the other day. It's like this generation. Let's take this generation. Oh, I'm okay. Let me make this a little simple. My daughter got this little boy she likes in class, right? He's funny. You know what I'm saying? He's not black or whatever, but she's like, I don't know why I like him. He's just funny. But I'm not gonna like let him know that I like him because he's not black and he's a freshman. And I was like, what? Right? And I was like, but Thompson, there was something about the boy that you liked that had nothing to do with his grade or his color, right? There was something that attracted you to him. I said, what was that? Well, he's funny and he's easy on the eye. Okay. So is she going to go display that love? No, because she's saying, well, the doing is in, well, he's not black and he's a ninth grader. So I'm going to discount that and not focus on my feeling and what spiritually attracted me to him because of aesthetics, because of this, and this. And I feel that's where everything gets misconstrued is when men equate love to doing.
They have the feeling.
There are plenty of women.
They have the feeling too.
There are plenty of women that are in love with men who don't do.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. And it's probably because they don't love.
No. Like you as a woman, I think as women, we love a lot more complex than men. Men, you guys have always tried to bubble love into this what I do for you. I'm out at work. I'm doing this. And we're like, no, that's really not love because you're not, I'm not emotionally connected to you. So which means if like the roles will reverse, women will love you even if your dick didn't work. And this is very true. And they look, she's sitting here, she's agreeing.
Yeah, because his dick don't work. And she's saying that she still love him knowing that he has to stuff his pants. We all saw Lacey nod her head. She's like, yeah, that's true. I got into this shit thinking he had it going on and he really don't. And that's why he has to stuff his pants or whatever. And I'm still here. Okay. See, Kevin didn't like that. You see his face? He's like, why you putting my business out there? So he gonna deal with her later for shaking her head. Do you understand me? So I peeped that. Okay. I peeped that. He looking at it like, damn, you weren't supposed to shake your head at all. Anyway, let's continue.
Your dick didn't work. You didn't work. Whether you take care of the kids or not, because there are some sorry ass women around here who have men around their children, and those men are not doing anything for those children. But for some odd reason, she is spiritually connected to this man. So
because she's choosing to love him, Tasha K. She's choosing to love him despite his shortfalls. You don't love a man because he's perfect. You choose to love him for being him. Okay? She's choosing to love him despite his shortcomings, despite his lack in the bedroom, despite his lack of income, despite his hands-on with the kids. She's choosing to love him despite of, period.
Doesn't have to go along with.
Oh, she said rewind it. Okay, hold on. The part where she said talked about the dick and Lacey agreed. Hold on.
I'm not emotionally connected to you. So which means if like the roles will reverse, women will love you even if your dick didn't work.
See, she's shaking her head, and Tasha's gonna notice it, and then he gonna get mad. Watch.
This is very true. And they look, she said,
see, she's like, I'm busted.
Yeah, she's agreeing. Your dick didn't work, you didn't work. Whether you take care of the kids or not, because there are some sorry ass women around here who have men around their children, and those men are not doing anything for those children. But for some odd reason, she is spiritually connected to this man. So it doesn't have to go along with her doing. It's an unexplained feeling that that connection that's big.
It's called unconditional, Tasha, unconditional love, which means there is no conditions on it. It's not just, restricted love. It's not a condition. It's no condition. It's called unconditional love. I love you despite of is what it is.
Bigger than us. Because if it wasn't bigger than us, we would be able to let go and let God, but we don't. We stay in situations simply because we love them. I love him. Yeah, he be out here dragging me, cheating on me, taking my car.
Now, some of that is insecurities in your own. That's not necessarily love. Sometimes you may say it's love, but it's the fear of being alone. It's the insecurities. It's I don't want to let go, even though I see this red flag slapping me in my head. It's the I don't want to start over. I mean, there's a lot of that going on. You understand what I'm saying?
He's in my car, you know what I'm saying, forgetting to pick up my son, and a man doesn't have to do shit.
Maybe she loves that negative treatment. You see? Well, look, okay, watch this. I love him, even though he treats me like crap. I have positive feelings in my chest for him, even though he treats me badly, less than my actual value.
That's lack of loving yourself, because once you love yourself, if you love yourself, is a lot that you would not allow to happen to you if you love yourself. So those women that stay in situations like that, they don't love themselves. They may say they love themselves, but you don't. Because if you love yourself, you will let go. It will hurt, but you will still let go, because you will say, I'm not about to do this to me. I'm not doing this to me. So I'm love myself enough to cut the rope, baby, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gone, because I can't do this to me.
And watch this. This love ain't doing nothing but getting you in trouble. See, I was just saying this. We shouldn't let our emotions lead us. Because you love somebody doesn't mean they should be able to treat you like crap. You can love them with all your heart, but if they don't meet your standards, you got to move around. And that's where he failed as a man. Whenever she didn't meet his standards, because he loved her. I love her. He even said it. Man, if she hadn't went online, we would have been cuddling and making up that night. I love her. So if you
And see, this is how he's a liar, because they did make up, right? We've seen text messages, right? They did make up. They were still sleeping together. They were still kumbayaing. He just wanted her to come out here and basically say, I made all this shit up. None of it was true. And he wanted her to Windex his image, okay? Windex, clean up his image, and everything would have went back. He wanted to take zero responsibility whatsoever, and he wanted her to come out here and say all of it was a lie, all of it. And she wasn't willing to do that. He wanted that from her. And when she says no, that's how they ended up in the situation that they were in.
Somebody, then okay, watch this.
Rihanna had 3 kids and good pussy. That's what he fell in love with.
See, what you said, fell in love, right? Okay, good. But he loved her.
But
and you can reduce that all you want. Watch this right here. I'll tell you this right here, Tasha. Tasha, watch this. Tasha, I think that's the problem. It's a lot of women do not understand men. Y'all don't have female spaces to talk about men, to literally discuss who we are on the inside, okay? Let's say a man loves you because of your looks. Beautiful, nice body, whatever, right? That's what he loves. At least that's you. Guess what? That's the only thing that's you. That's you. That's your ancestors. That's you 100%. Y'all have reduced that to, oh, that's lame. Meanwhile, you're looking at this man right in front of you when he has to find all these other reasons to make you like him. And so by the time you like him, it's not because of that. So who really loves who? When he sees this woman and he doesn't know her from a can of paint, he sees her as beautiful. He feels a feeling inside of his chest, and that feeling is love. At that moment, he'll give her the world. This is how men feel when they see a woman, because it's biology. Why do you think a man would do that? He doesn't know her. He has no reason to say, okay, well, hey, I like you. You're pretty. Let me take you out and prove to you why you should like me. He doesn't know her. Why doesn't he instead say, you're very beautiful. You meet my standard of aesthetics. I would like to take you out to see if I actually like you.
And that's why I said it.
And what I expect is for you to make me like you too, because this ain't no, if you gotta like me first too. Like, what if I said, okay, before you even go out on a date with me, you have to also be interested in me. I'm taking the game out of it. You don't get to play deceitful and play the cat and mouse game where I'm chasing you. We're gonna equally put forth effort to get to know each other and make each other like each other. So if I'm worthy to be your husband, that's the only reason why you would even date me. If you're worthy to be a wife, that's the only reason I would even date you. So we're going to approach this thing with giving equal effort to building a future. We're not going to get started off on the wrong foot where she is in her mind, well, what if he's using me? In his mind, I'm trying to prove to I ain't using him. So in his mind, he's trying to prove himself. In her mind, she's questioning him. This is not an equal playing field. She needs to.
He's talking gibberish, and he doesn't even live by what he's saying. To be honest with you, he's talking gibberish around in circles. But this goes against everything Shy came out and said. She thought they were in a relationship, right? Like a monogamous one-on-one relationship. And come to find out, he was like, when did I ever tell you we was in a relationship? I never told you we was in a relationship. I told you I was seeing other people. She was like, what? No, you did not. No, you did not. So they were in a relationship for like 2 years, and she thought they were a couple. Same way Miss Season thought that her and Robert was a couple. Okay. She thought that she was spending money on this dude. You understand what I'm saying? Buying him shit or whatnot, buying him a phone. Y'all know phones ain't cheap, iPhones or whatever. She was doing things for him as if he was her man. And he was like, no, I told you I was seeing other people. She was like, no, you did not. So he's not even living by the bullshit that he's spewing right now, right?
Get rid of her trauma and go in good faith. Hang on, we shouldn't go into any relationship saying, well, what if they do this? What if they do this? Decisions made out of scarcity and lack.
You know, for him to say a woman should get rid of her trauma before going into a relationship, then what the hell should Robert and Kevin should have done? Because if they think for one moment that they don't have trauma, that they didn't go into any relationship with trauma. There's another interview that I'm going to break down to you guys next week where Kevin, and I want y'all to raise your hand if you heard him say this, because this is my first time ever hearing this. I was like, whoa. Did y'all know that Kevin, Toya, and Robert, per what Kevin said now, that they grew up in a house with their grandmother with 15 other children? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know they lived in a house with 15 other kids? So now that's 18 kids in one house. Isn't that like against the zone house codes or some shit? 15 other children. Did y'all know that? So 18 kids in a house. And did y'all know his grandmother and grandfather was not even married? And he claimed they slept in other rooms. But I call bullshit on that, because how the hell they sleep in other room if they slept in a separate room, but yet 18 motherfucking kids live there? He said that the mother, the grandmother, and the grandfather slept in separate rooms. But yet 15 other children live there. Yeah, we're going to break down that video. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. I
mean, they all of them at the same.
Hold on. Listen to this shit.
By his feet and stayed the trans community. We
had a nickname for him, you know.
Hold on.
3 children. She has 2 more children with another guy.
Listen to this shit.
My mother, on my father's side, she has 3 children. She has 2 more children with another guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So my sister and brother live with my grandmother along with a bunch of cousins. Yeah. My 2 sisters, who was by my mother's first husband, they grew up in a different home.
So I grew
up with my brother and my sister.
And your brother and sister, are they older or younger than you?
Well, my brother's older, my sister's younger, so I'm the middle.
Okay. So the reason I asked that, because most young men.
So hold on. I want y'all to hear the 15 cousins. He lived with 15 fucking. Listen, if you live with 15 cousins, then it was some oochie coochie going on in that motherfucker. You hear me? Listen right quick, y'all.
With my grandmother.
What did she pass away from, if you don't mind me asking?
Cancer, actual stomach cancer.
Oh, wow.
And when I found out when I got older, we all had a gene that she passed on to us. And so many of us had to get our stomachs removed.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. So I've got 3 brothers and 3 sisters.
Wow.
My mother has 5 children. And in outside of her, I had 2 brothers on my father's side. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. So yeah, I grew up in that small town, raised by a grandmother who was also raising 15 other children. You know,
grandmama raised 15 other children. Listen to this.
Yeah, so
was your grandmother, did she have a husband or a guy that was like in your life?
Yeah, so she had a partner that was in her life. I don't think they were married, but we just called him by his. We had a nickname for him, you know what I mean. But we did get to grow up seeing an interactive relationship.
So you had a multitude of brothers and sisters around you, older, younger.
So my mother, on my father's side, she has 3 children. She has 2 more children with another guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So my sister and brother live with my grandmother along with a bunch of cousins. Well, my 2 sisters, who was by my mother's first husband, they grew up in a different home.
So I asked
with my brother and my sister.
And your brother and sister, are they older or younger than you?
Well, my brother's older, my sister's younger, so I'm the middle.
Okay. So the reason I asked that, because most young men kind of find their sexual prowess seeing stuff that goes on either with cousins or older siblings, where they kind of take on what to do or what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we had Charleston White in here, and he was making fun of it, where he's saying like, man, I grew up, he was a single child, but he went to his cousin's house, and that's where he's seen all the shit.
Right.
And I talk to a lot of people, they be like, they go with family in the house, and that's where they're seeing stuff that they don't normally see at home. Were you exposed to anything early on as far as just like sexual behavior from either your older brother maybe your grandparents didn't care what they did in front of you, cousin's house, anything like that?
Now listen to what he about to say. And you tell me this ain't trauma.
No, not at all. My grandmother was actually very modest. You never heard her talk about sex. You never saw her be. I mean, I never saw her kiss who we would call our grandfather. You know, so they never did anything interactive with each other. I don't even think they slept in the same room, and it was a weird.
Well, that's old school. I love Lucy.
So they didn't even show no affection to each other, is what he just said. He was raised by two people that never showed no affection and even slept in different rooms, which I think he's lying, because how the fuck 15 cousins and then you and your siblings, so 18 of you guys lived in a house, but the grandmama and the grandfather that wasn't married, he said they wasn't married, right? They lived in two different rooms. Okay. Yeah, somebody was touching and fucking on somebody. Now I'm just saying, okay? He's saying they wasn't even married. They wasn't married and they didn't even sleep in the same bed. He said they never showed each other affection. I don't even see how he doesn't think anything is wrong with that. Because who didn't see their family members show affection? That's not good. If you never seen your mom and daddy hug or kiss or hold hands, then you're going to tend to not know. That's why Robert made a statement before saying that he didn't know what love was until he met Brianna. Remember that? He didn't even know how to love his own daughter. But he didn't know what love was. He didn't know what a parent-child love looked like until he met Bree. And he didn't know what a couple love felt like until he met Bree. Okay? 15. You in a house with 15 other cousins, and we supposed to believe that they had a good upbringing. What did I tell y'all? And this ain't no shot against Toya, because I ain't dragging Toya. But didn't I say they was raised by the wolves? Because if you was raised in a house with 18 people, y'all, woo, Jesus. I'm just gonna say he probably seen some shit that he probably wasn't supposed to see. Probably then went through some shit. 18 kids in one house with a man and a woman that's not showing each other affection. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Well, if I like this person, I really like them, but you know, what if they cheat on me? Get that out of your head. Work with the person. If that happens, move around. But we're moving out of fear. It's not healthy.
But we are talking about Robert,
Sure.
and Brianna.
And he saw a woman, fell in love with her. You can say, well, it was just nice body. Did you see her back then? She didn't look the same.
Brianna was always beautiful, I think.
Okay, well, I know my brother.
And she was always beautiful. Now they think that just because you go and grab one picture that look off, or maybe even two or three that look off, that's supposed to be her. Brianna has always been beautiful. Always been beautiful. You know, sometimes it takes a little longer to grow into ourselves, right? And grow into our face, grow into our body. But Brianna has always looked beautiful, you know?
He's always been a pretty woman. Always. He had money.
Now you hear him. He just said he said that his brother has always been with pretty women. But you hear in the beginning of the relationship, he says his brother has never been in a relationship before. My brother this is his first relationship. He's never been in a relationship. He just contradict the dog shit out of himself throughout this video. He's always been with pretty women, but in the beginning, he said this is his first relationship.
He's always been with pretty women.
Okay.
So he never had a problem getting a woman. Okay. And I think we should know that he ain't an ugly dude and he's got money.
Well, if he had money, then why did he need $7,500 from Brianna to move? He got money. Yeah, that was Bree's money, Kevin. Yeah. That was Bree's money.
And he's worldwide known. Women would throw themselves at that guy.
Yeah.
So it ain't men who throw themselves at women because they're
only desperate, teethless women that have, you know, false teeth that they put in cups, or insecure women that, you know, can't detect manipulation a mile away. Women would throw themselves at that guy. Yeah, desperate women. Desperate ass women. That's it. That's all. You know, women that fall for the bullshit. Yeah, he did say worldwide known. He sure did say that. You know, that's these famous mother suckers that got sleepy ass supporters worldwide. They supporters are asleep in comas, baby. You hear me? They in comas, baby.
It's women who throw themselves at men because they're famous. So we know what his life looks like. Let's be real.
Oh, because he's famous. Lord, take the wheel. I want an oatmeal pie. This makes me want to eat a whole oatmeal pie. You hear me?
She ain't the prettiest woman that ever crossed his path. He said they bonded over their mamas. Their mamas. So we can't reduce that. So he felt like he loved this woman. He felt like they had an understanding. You have your mother with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't. She doesn't. I can tell you now, losing a mother is horrible. He lost his early, she lost hers late. It rekindled a lot of his pain, and they built off of that. So he's seeing a broke.
Let me tell you something, y'all. I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm probably gonna offend some people in here, and Lord knows I don't mean to. If this motherfucker lost his mama at 5 years old, he don't remember his mama. He don't have no pain over his mama not being here because he doesn't know his mama. You can't hurt over something that you don't even remember. Okay? My mom and I, she left me when I was 2 years old. I have no feelings toward her. I did not know her to have no feelings toward her. Only from what people told me, my feelings came in at. My feelings came in at people saying, oh, your mom and them left you this, that, and the other, da, 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 da. Other than that, I have no feelings for her. He doesn't know his mama. Kevin don't know his mama. Toya does not know her mom. They were 1, 3, and 5. So all these sympathy, my mama this, my mama that shit is fake. It's absolutely fake. Okay?
In person. And this is what got him. The damsel in distress. She's been hurt before. She's been this. She's been that. Her mama passed on. He can relate to that. So he sees a broken person. So
she's broken because her mama passed, but he ain't broken. Fuck out of here. Tasha says, so he's not broken though? So he's not broken? And he go, Kevin, hang on. Let me land it. Let me land the plane. Let me set it up. I came on here to destroy Bree and lift my brother up. Come on, Tasha, let me do my job. I came on here to make Bree look like bullshit. And came on here to make Robert look like a hero, okay? Come on, Tasha. Let me flip words around and put them in the right place. Why don't you, okay?
Successful. This is what I'm saying. Okay. He sees a broken person and he might connect with her because he's broken through that brokenness. But in his brokenness, he hasn't had any relationship to expose whatever issues he's had, but he hasn't had any relationship. He hasn't. He just has his mother passing away.
Did he just say he been with a lot of pretty women? Like, which one is it? Has he been in a relationship or has he not? So what he do? For 34 years, he was just fucking? Is that what we to believe? But we supposed to believe that this is a upstanding guy. Because for 34 years, you just been fucking, and you ain't been in no relationship? That ain't even normal. If you fucking like that, you're going to commit to someone. You're going to commit to someone. You know?
He hasn't had any traumatized relationships. She's been beaten on a relationship, so she says. Okay? She's had all the same exact stuff, literally, same exact stuff. You get it?
Yeah.
Verbatim happened to her in another relationship. It's kind of crazy how she found the same exact, seemingly person, right? The last dude sick the dog on her. It's unreal, okay? That these mean guys keep doing it to this good girl, right? Who tried to set my brother up. I don't see how she's that much of a good woman. You see what I'm saying? So I see something totally different. A man sees a woman, he sees her broken, he sees her hurt, he wants to build her up and show her that men are good. That we're not all people you cannot trust. And men will take a woman on with trauma because he believes he can prove that to her. But he can't. Because life is about projection. You cannot be that type of guy. But because she's been.
Thank you, Red. I'm glad you said that. Bree watched her mother pass away. Okay? These brothers cannot compete with that. They didn't watch that. I think LaTrue said he didn't cry until he met Bree or some shit like that, right? He didn't cry over his mama death because he didn't know no better. He didn't cry over his mother's death. Bree watched her mother pass away from cancer. And if you have never watched someone pass from cancer, you don't even begin to know what watching someone die feels like or look like. Okay? To see someone diminish right before your eyes, shrink, get so sick and helpless right before your eyes is the worst pain that you can experience. Hey, Darnell, baby. What's going on, Darnell? Welcome, 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 Darnell. We breaking this video all the way down. This old narcissist over here running his damn mouth. You know what I mean? But anyway, you know how we do it over here. How's everything going, cousin? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody tell our boy Darnell, hey, he is in the chat, y'all.
It's hard for her to see you. And if she doesn't heal, you're in a lose-lose situation. And he was in that. He didn't cheat, but she was worried he was going to cheat. Why? Because she did cheat at home. But he had never cheated. She can tell you.
How does he know if his brother done cheated or not? I'm so sick of this boy acting like he was a fly on the wall. He act like he held his brother penis around in his hand. He literally act like, how does he had never cheated. You what? If you ask me, have my sister ever cheated on her husband or boyfriend, I would be like, I don't know. I'm not in their house. I'm not in her coochie. I don't know if my sister has cheated or not. He has never cheated. Come, are you serious? Are you serious? He speaks as he's the damn spokesperson. He's the PR. Get out of here with that.
I've never caught him cheating. I've never caught him with anything that was similar to cheating. Even when she went through his phone, what she found was conversations about working.
Conversations about meeting at the mall. Conversations about, and then let's not forget the conversation that she revealed he was still in contact with somebody that he did a porn video with, right? Some girl from the Bahamas that he did a porn video with. And then what about the one when they went to California and the girl didn't meet up with him and he was like, you waste my time and you piss me off because they were supposed to go to dinner, right? But he didn't cheat. Get out of here.
He actually started commenting to the girl like it was him trying to be freaky. And the girl said, well, this is new for me. Why are you talking to me like that? So it's clear. That's why she didn't.
You hear it? You hear this lie? He said Brianna commented to the girl trying to be freaky to the girl in the mall. And we know that's not true. Kevin just sitting up there. The same way Kevin came out and said that I have an STD and was gang raped and had sex with a pastor and all this other shit that he said about me. And the same way he said that he walked in on a family event and saw OB snorting cocaine is the same way he's sitting there and feeding Tasha K all these lies. It's the same. Absolutely the same way. That just means that Kevin can just sit there with a straight ass face and spew out lies. He could just sit there with a straight face and just lie after lie after lie. This man is a liar.
Go into what the messages were in the phone. So, and he always gives her his phone. Just imagine this. I'm going to take care of you. Take care of your children. I'll always give you my phone anytime you doubt me, even though I haven't done anything to be doubted for. Now, I always say, bro, if you did something for her to doubt you, instead of not giving her.
So if he took care of the children while they were married, like let's make this make sense, okay? If he took care of the children while they are married, why he's not taking care of his children now? He does not shit for Desharia, okay? And he does not pay child support for Momo. So we are to believe that he took care of the kids when he was in the home. But what happened now? Why is he not taking care of the kids now? Because he wasn't taking care of the kids in the home, okay? He was not taking care of the kids in the home, okay? Period.
Your phone, just show it. It would earn her trust. It wouldn't be like just leaving her sitting here hurting because, hey, we shouldn't be going through each other's phones. If I did something to cause you to question me because I love you and I'm loyal to you, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to sit here and make a big deal out of it. He was doing that. So when you got a man who's doing all of that and we're still trying to blame him, we have to say, okay, look, when the relationship ended, let's say he wasn't an adequate husband. He didn't have the necessary skills to get along with a woman. Okay, then the relationship ends. And it's not this big, huge thing where he's beating on her and all this type of stuff is going on. We wouldn't be talking about it. So this is why I'm saying this person comes out and says he's a physical abuser. He wasn't. We don't need to have any more questions for that man. At the end of the day, the relationship is broken. It ain't getting back together. So sure, he probably did some things wrong, and we can guarantee you she probably did too, because in a relationship, people do wrong things. We all gonna do something that will make the other person upset or something that we should apologize for. We can all see that. But did he physically abuse her? No. Relationships end all the time due to irreconcilable differences. She tried to say it was due to abuse. It wasn't. If she says it's verbal abuse, wouldn't you agree they're both verbal abusers? If he is verbally abusing her, would you say she's innocent?
Absolutely.
She's blatant. He don't even have to say she verbally abuses him. He doesn't.
No.
She has to say it because we can't find videos of him doing it.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. This man called her 13 bitches in one conversation. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I have never been called 13 bitches, okay? I think Robert called me 130, but I'm talking about by a significant other. Someone that claimed that they love me has never called me 13 bitches. Have y'all ever been called 13 bitches in an argument? A man that can call his wife 13 bitches in an argument does not deserve to have a wife. He does not deserve to be married at all. He deserved to die old and lonely. 13 bitches? 2 bitches, 1 bitch is wrong. 2 bitches is obsessive. Excessive. You know what I mean? Too much. But 13 is insane. 13 B's in one argument is insane. You literally had to sit there and be called bitch, 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 bitch. I don't even know if that was 13, but he called her 13 bitches, and that's not supposed to be abusive. Oh, okay.
You made a recording where he said, I refuse to let a B talk to me like that. Oh, I thought that sounded horrible. But now I'll tell you what, when I listen to that video, I'm like, bro, why you let her bring that out of you? You're supposed to be the example. That's what a leader is.
Why you let her bring that out of you? Oh, well, because she posted a pastor on her page and he got jealous and mad because he got funky breath, not needs, you know what I'm saying? Piano teeth, humpback, tight ass booty, little ankles, and he was insecure. He was insecure. He was mad because she posted a dude that he probably thought was going to show some interest in her, and he was jealous.
You shouldn't let her bring it out of you. But Kevin, I put up with it for hours and hours and hours. And when he says that, I gotta understand, because there's so many other men who would have handled it much, much worse. So he ended up giving her back what she gave him, which is not indicative of a good leader. A good leader will be insulted and not insult back. That's what a good leader would do. A bad leader will show you exactly what that feels like. And because you're not a leader, you won't be able to handle it like he is, like he will. It'll just get worse.
And so that goes back to my initial question to him. What did you do?
That was what he did. He responded to the bullshit. Think about this. You small, your dick little, you were buying. Okay, watch this right here.
But he married a woman he met in the DM. Not in the grocery store.
Regardless of where you meet a woman, you shouldn't end like that. No, regardless of where you met.
More responsible. It's like being a woman at the strip club. I'm about to take her home and she's my wife. And you mad at how she's acting.
He didn't meet her at the strip club. He met her in the DMs. So now listen, meeting someone in the DMs is not. I met her in the DMs. I set myself up.
Yeah, she's sitting over there, her goofy ass. I can't stand the way she laughed. I can't stand her. Oh, fucking Jezebel. I can't stand her. Listen, she's sitting up there. She ain't say nothing, right? And trust me, he met a lot of women in the damn DM. Did he meet Dwight in the DM and he got flued out? He got flued out by Dwight Howard in the DMs, okay? Okay? That's how he got a goddamn candy apple red BMW for a man playing in his DM. That's how he ended up living with Dwight Howard, for a man playing in his DM, okay? A man playing in his DM said, you got to give a little to get a little, okay? That comes from a man playing in his DM, okay? While she over there with her goofy ass laughing. Oh, my Oh my God. But you see, when he talk about the DM, she ain't saying nothing because she knows, like, well, motherfucker, I slid in your DM. I did exactly what Brianna did. So how is she any better than Brianna? How is she any better? She's worse. Because not only did Robert marry her, Brianna, after meeting in the DM, he brung this Jezebel home to his wife after meeting in the DM. How is she any better? She slid in his DM. Brianna slid in Robert's DM. How is Lacey any better than Brianna? She worse. She literally entered a covenant between a man and a woman and played house as the side chick that lives in the basement. She's a basement side chick. Period. How is she any better? How?
He met her in the DMs. So now listen, meeting someone in the DMs is not, I met her in the DMs.
You see, she didn't even say, she wasn't going to say anything. She like, I can't rat him out. I can't rat him out.
No, because of where you at.
Gotta be more responsible. It's like meeting a woman at the strip club. I'm about to take her home and she my wife. And you mad at how she's acting?
He didn't meet her at the strip club. He met her in the DMs.
And you say she's met her at a DM. You see how she's looking like, I slid in your DM. So if Brianna was a whore for sliding in Robert's DM, then what are we going to call Lacey over here? Because she slid in his DM. The white slid in his DM. So we fuck everybody that slides in his... Oh, Lord, did I say that? Let me just hit play.
So now listen, meeting someone in the DMs is not, I met her in the DMs.
But I'm sure her profile didn't read video Vic's.
Yeah.
No, her profile read side chick, Tasha. What the fuck are you talking about, Tasha? Her profile read side chick. She was willing to be a side chick. That man was still married. Tasha. Tasha. Tasha, Tasha, Tasha. Tasha, Tasha, Tasha. Her profile read side chick, and she's still a documented side chick to this day. She is a side chick. What do you mean?
So relationships are about the people in them. That's what I keep saying. It's not about how you met. It's about who you met. And watch this. The things that would typically be a red flag to a man who's been out here dating before, he's not going to notice. So he's sitting here trying to figure this book out. He's sitting here reading this book all the way to the end to figure out what's about. Now watch this.
And that's why I was asking him, what did you do to contribute to the breakdown of the relationship? And I was saying, you've never been in a relationship. So you can't say that this was your best. You can't say that you treated her the absolute best because you don't have no experience to go off of it. And you're telling a woman that I am your best. That can really do something to her psychologically.
Exactly.
That's why people are saying that it's coming off as narcissistic. I don't know if he's narcissistic. I don't know. I know he's self-absorbed. I'm a creator, so I get it. As a creator, we're always in front of the camera. We're always trying to figure out what we're going to do for that content. So I get it. And I'm like, if this is what, and I'm going to be honest with you, being with Robert for 24 hours was very difficult for me because it was all, I was just like, are we going to have a conversation? Or are you going to look at yourself in the mirror and gloat yourself and boast about yourself?
See, when they lost them stomachs or whatever, they gained some confidence. You understand what I'm saying? They probably ain't never seen their dick or whatever when they had big guts and shit. So when they got their stomach removed, they got skinny and they gained some confidence. And that's why they stare at each other, stare at themselves so much. And have you noticed that both brothers have their photos as their phone photo? Both of them. Robert does too. They both, he changed, when I called Kevin out, he changed it to his son, his baby, for one day, and then he flipped it back. They are so self-absorbed, okay? They had the weight loss surgery or the stomach removed or whatever, and they are obsessed with being skinny because they have been chubby fat people their whole life, you know?
You see what I'm saying? So I'm just like, was this what? And then when I go back to listen to her videos, I'm seeing that same behavior.
That's what she loved. This is what I'm saying.
And being
She loved
disciplined.
that confidence and that big boastful personality. She loved that. Now all of a sudden it's like that, but some women will be turned off by that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But that's what she loved about it.
How does Kevin know what Brianna, how she loved or what she loved and what she didn't love? You would think that, you can't tell me that Kevin wasn't stalking them. Kevin was stalking Bree. He's so obsessed with Bree. I'm talking totally obsessed with Bree. I believe Kevin obsessed over Brianna and wanted Brianna to be his. Because how does he know if she loved and what she loved and when she loved and how she loved? You understand me? She said, more read Darnell comment. What did Darnell say? He said, so DM basically stands for Dick Muncher. I guess so, Darnell. Because everybody coming in the DM gets screwed, okay? Some like that, okay?
This is what I would say. A narcissistic trait isn't necessarily a negative. Narcissistic traits can help you be more successful in life.
Right.
So how you treat someone like, okay, so narcissistic disorder, personality disorder, is when you self-serve into a point of ruining other people to get what you want. I call it killing the world to save yourself, destroying the world to save yourself.
Right.
So everyone is to blame except for you.
And that's what you and your brother are. Everybody to blame except for you, Kevin. Everybody's to blame except for your brother. You never take responsibility without pointing your finger at somebody else. Show me where you've done that. Show me where you have fully came out and said, it's my fault. Not Lacey, not JC, not Brianna's, not mine, not Callie's, not your sister's, not nobody that you at odds with. When have you ever came out and said, I was wrong about this, period, point blank, that's it? Show me a video, Kevin. Show me a video where you have came out and took ownership of anything without saying you did it because of X, Y, Z, and it was somebody else's fault. Yeah, because you don't think that way.
Work to be done on your side. Serious question. Whenever she was calling the police to say he beat on her and that he had a gun, would you call that abuse?
As far as her calling the police over?
If the police come and kill him, if the police lock him up and take his freedom.
That's abusive, and I'm not.
No, I'm saying, what would you call it? Is it verbal abuse or likened to physical abuse? What can a woman do to a man that's equal to getting punching her in the face?
That's physically abusive.
Right, now watch this.
Yes.
He's a physical abuser, but she was physically abusing him. She could have cost him his life.
How was Brianna physically abusing him? Neither one of them makes sense on this. I don't understand this at all. Neither one of them make any sense because, to be honest with you, we really don't know if he had a GUN that day or not, because we know a few days later he took photos with one. Okay, he took photos. So to be honest, we don't know, because we know that Robert knows how to chop and screw a video. We know he knows how to do that. We've seen him do that. So I don't take that video as face value until it is forensically investigated. And it came from him. I don't take it as face value.
Right. So what did he do wrong? Okay, watch this. Man slaps the crap out of a woman. Ask her what she did wrong. No, right? No, I'm not asking her what she did wrong, because either way, he shouldn't have hit her.
Right.
So either way, she shouldn't have done that. So why are we asking him what he did wrong? You sitting here asking this man who was victimized by somebody what he did wrong. Let's say she got a smart mouth. All she do is complain, talk, get on his nerves. He don't have a right to slap him.
If a man, if Robert loved her, and even though he may not have intentionally fractured her finger, you know what I mean? He did it by their tussle. If he truly loved her, it wouldn't have been, I didn't break your finger. What did you do with your finger? You know, you did that, you did that. It would have been, our behavior caused your finger to be broken. And for that alone, I am sorry. I don't like my mate hurting. A man that loves you don't want you to hurt. It wouldn't even really have been about the goddamn phone, the mace, the pillow. My wife is hurting. My spouse is hurting. My husband is hurting. You understand what I'm saying? Robert did not love her. This man literally put her on camera saying, what'd you do with your finger? I didn't do it. You did it. You did that. You left the house. You did that to your finger. He didn't even take her hurt finger into considerations. He didn't give no fucks whether her finger was hurt or not. He did not care. He did not care whatsoever because he cares about nobody but himself. Nobody but his. We're talking about a man that guilt tripped his own 5-year-old, now 6-year-old daughter. He wanted her in the camera. She wanted to play Roku and eat her snacks. And he says, oh, so Roku more important than me? Roku more important than me? He manipulated and gaslit his own 5-year-old daughter. He has no love for nobody but himself, period. He's self-centered, self-absorbed, and it's all about him. He don't give a damn that his 5-year-old did not want to get on camera. He stuck a camera in her face the same way he did Brianna. She said, oh, Roblox, Amore, not Roku. I'm sorry, Roblox. I'm sorry. Thank you. You knew what I was talking about, though.
In the mouth, he should leave. Say that she's nothing what he married, nothing what he expected. He don't have a right to beat her up. He should leave. That's what she should have done, was left. But instead she left and said, he beat on me. He wasn't a good daddy. Yo, what is wrong with you?
I think
if he was a good daddy, he'll be a good daddy now. And good daddies are not 12,000 plus behind in child support. I'm sorry. They just not. Good daddies don't owe 12K plus in child support. And to
Brianna's only defense.
So I saw him crying and he was literally a puddle on the floor. I'm not asking that man what he did wrong. That question might kill him.
I get that.
Shut the fuck up with that shit. That question might kill him. Did you hear this bullshit? This gaslighting ass bullshit? That question might kill him. Get out of here with that.
And so that's why in that video, I'm like, listen, like you have to take some responsibility into the breakdown of your relationship and how did it get here? And look inside self, right? And Brianna has to do that too. And I think once you guys both do that and understand how to create boundaries as content creators and as parents, I do think that they should reconcile on some point because at the end of the day, whether they're divorced or not, they're still going to have to co-parent. What is that going to look like? So I would rather them figure this out now while they're married and then decide when they're not heated, when they're not angry, whether or not they're going to dissolve this family versus doing it in a heated moment. And that's why I'm like, don't you guys want to wait until you're not tit for tat, restraining order, calling the police, you know, all this back and forth. Like, shouldn't you guys wait until that's calmed down? And shouldn't you, as a Black man, not respond to the bullshit anymore?
Exactly. You should not. Only men that's responding to bullshit is sassy ass, dick sucking ass men. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, but let's just be honest. They take peeing in the mouth and peeing up the butt because real men don't come out here with this back and forth drama with a woman. They just don't do it. They don't say, you said this and I said this and you said this and I said this and then you said this and I said that. They don't do it. They just don't do it unless they bending over and grabbing their ankles, period.
The moment you stop responding, her story gets louder. When it gets louder and you're not responding, everybody gets to hear everything.
Exactly.
From her. Then guess what happens? Inconsistencies are heard, right? You over here.
By whom? Who hears these?
And her, like it was so blatant when he
was it so blatant? What
when he
still
was
saying?
quiet. No.
Look at the word.
See, Kevin think that a man's supposed to come out here and bitch like a woman, and that's why he came out and bitching like a woman. Because he think that he's supposed to. I guarantee you, Kevin have a favorite pair of heels in his closet. You can't tell me that he ain't got no heels and a purse and pearls and earrings. You can't tell me he ain't got it. And pop on nails. You cannot tell me that he ain't got it. You can't tell me. A couple more minutes, 2 more minutes, and we're going to end it for today on this video.
All of her videos,
because
they still can't see it.
Because he's responsible.
So his response took away from them knowing she was a piece of shit.
Yes.
So if a guy, so let's say a woman said he beat on me, and then she responds, that takes away from.
He should have just put out the video and backed away.
Exactly. And not say shit. And guess what? This shit would have been over. It would have been over. He should have shut the fuck up and went on about his business. Yep, he should have, but he don't know how because he's a sassy person, just like his sassy brother.
No, don't get me wrong. I agree. He shouldn't have carried it out like that.
Right. And went and handled.
He should have proven everything straight up and protected himself.
Right.
No, prove shit. Men don't come to the internet with their damn garbage bullshit, Kevin. Only you and your brother. Y'all the only two on the whole internet that did this shit. Y'all are an embarrassment, and you don't even understand on what level of embarrassment y'all are. You and your brother are the only drama queens on social media. I have not seen another drama queen except for the ones that dress up in dresses and say they like peen. But y'all the ones say y'all don't like peen, and y'all are the only two to say y'all don't like peen that's act like you like peen. You act like you like peen, coming out here and arguing with people on the internet. I don't know no other men that don't take peen that's doing this, but y'all. That's not leadership.
By the receipts. Just all this back and forth.
Absolutely, I agree, but it shouldn't take away from her inconsent. Okay, so
see, Kevin told him, go out and tell your story. Be a drama queen like me. Come on, bro. Tell your story. So anyway, I'm going to stop here. Well, here, let's just stop at 115. Let's go to 115.
I agree with you that he shouldn't have responded, so don't take me wrong. I do agree with you.
Right.
Right, he shouldn't, but that response though shouldn't take away from the inconsistency that she is painting.
It makes
so
them louder.
Under our eye.
It makes them louder.
It makes him louder, and it makes him look like he take peen.
Bloggers such as myself that had nice sized platforms defending Robert, heavy. But when he kept feeding it, it was kind of like now they got to make more bloggers.
Right.
I
would say that's a problem.
Then he's separating himself from the conversation that's going on and just going into himself and figuring out how am I going to figure this all out without involving the private, right? Brianna looks crazy. She looks crazy. But at this moment, you're responding to bloggers and you're responding to people in the comments. Your husband is nowhere to be found in this. So all this stuff that you're saying, I deal with this all the time. It just makes it more messy because when he says something, she goes acting victimized and trying to make it bigger than what it is. And it just feeds the confusion. So that's why I asked him, what can you do? What have you done to contribute to the dissolving of your relationship? Go back and look.
There's plenty of things he could have, I keep seeing relationships about him, but a normal woman, there are many things he could have done to resolve this.
Oh my God, now all of a sudden she ain't normal, but he's sitting up there with two bitches sitting beside him, but Brianna ain't normal. Nigga, you ain't normal. The shit you doing is not normal. You leave your wife after 14 years, go sleep with a whole bunch of women, bring a fool home, and you want to say she ain't normal? She ain't normal?
Tasha, I've been on the phone with him.
Yes.
Okay, listen, I'm on the phone with my brother one day. He's telling me about how he feels like he can't chase his dreams. Every time he tries to go create a tour for himself for music, she starts complaining and tripping. He's in tears telling me, I can't even live my dreams, bro. She was out of town.
Y'all really believe that Robert went to him in tears? Okay, yeah, right. Oh my God.
Doing a modeling thing. Flew to California to do a modeling thing. He didn't get in the way of that. He's saying she's doing her thing while she wanted me to do mine. She was listening on the intercom in the house. I would have thought a normal wife would have said, I did not know you felt that way. I don't want to get in front of your dreams, babe. I want you to be happy. No. She said, wait, I'm in front of your dreams, but then leave then. I don't want to be with you anyway. You can do it. I don't care. She got mad. She just talked shit. I listened to the whole thing. I hung up because it just got too hard to hear. He didn't respond with anger. He was like, no, ain't nobody bad mouth for you. You didn't hear the things I was saying. Now I've been listening for an hour. All you doing is saying I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that.
Because of her insecurity.
There may be a reason, but I'm saying a normal woman would have said, my husband is expressing concerns with me. Let me show empathy like I'm supposed to have and say, okay, babe, I'm sorry you feel that way. I didn't know I was making you. Why is it handled like like I'm fussing at you. If a woman's telling someone,
Because
if a woman's telling her
she's
sister,
because all she hears is in her defense is he's having this conversation with somebody else.
his brother, it's how many conversations? Okay, so this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If he can't go to his brother, okay, his brother, who she calls when she has an issue. If she goes to her friends, that's okay. He don't mind that.
You're not more important to Robert than his wife, you idiot. If he had an issue with Bree, he should have went with Bree instead of going to his punk ass, sassy ass brother. That's just not how you do things. You go to your wife and you complain to your wife about what issues you have. You don't complain to your brother. That's where he goes wrong right there. If that even happened, because I've never heard of that ever. I think he just snatched some more shit out of his ass. I think he likes reaching back there and digging up his ass and snatching shit out and slinging it.
He lets her do that. So this man can't have nobody to talk to. But I can go build relationships with brand new ass people that I don't even know. Fly them to my house to clean my house and share information with them that could ruin my relationship. And they're going to go live with it and share this. I'm going to send them recordings. This is not her brothers. Did you know you never saw her real sister? I found that out from you. I thought that was her real sister. It's a fake sister. She said we're sisters. Like, this is really my brother. She's just saying that.
Yeah.
So when I watch this stuff, it's like, I see. I wish that we could step away from it.
Now, how are you and y'all have the same mom and brother?
Same mom and dad.
Now, y'all know that's a fucking lie. Same mama and dad. Anyway, we're going to stop there, y'all. We are at 1:16. I'm going to start back at 1:15 tomorrow. We still got another whole 50 minutes to go on this video. Not quite 50, about 45 minutes to go on this video. But y'all, we're going to do a part, tomorrow's Saturday. I do part 3 tomorrow. But listen, he said we got the same everything. Now, why he going to go and lie like that, y'all? Why Kevin going to sit here and say we got the same everything? Kevin know that ain't his fucking dad. Ain't Robert Daddy too? Lord Jesus, man. Listen, hey, out of all 18 of them kids that the grandma raised, right? The 18 of them damn children that she raised, listen, I don't believe that they got the same mom and daddy, okay? And it's probably, I was gonna say the grandma probably ain't the grandma to all them children anyway. But yeah, no, I don't believe that. I think that after the mama died, that daddy just, kind of sort of owned them all, but he really didn't, because he didn't take care of them. He let his mama do it. You know what I'm saying? I think he probably felt sorry for them children and was like, hey, ma, can you take these in too? Hell, I mean, you already got 15 others. Can you take them too? Who leaves? Now, you a piece of shit daddy if you put your kids in a home with 15 other children. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that's a piece of shit daddy right there. He put his kids in a home with 15 other children. Hell, and they want to talk about my childhood because I lived in a foster care. Hell, that was a fucking foster care. That was a foster care. Do you hear me? How can they say anything about my childhood? That was a fucking foster care right there. Them kids was not seen. How the hell can you be seen if you live in a house with 15 other children? Them jokers, Lord Jesus, baby. You can't tell me. That's trauma right there. We are uncovering a whole bunch of trauma, baby. We are peeling back the onion of what really went on. Elaine left her kids in a bad situation. This should be an example for anybody. Go ahead and get some godparents for your children. So your kids won't go to the grandma that everybody else kids went to. Because why the fuck? Why the fuck the grandmama is raising 15 cousins? What the parents at? They got our bloodlines of fucking deadbeat ass parents. This don't make no sense. How the hell how grandma gets stuck with, that's why she passed away. Grandma said, I can't do this shit no more. Just imagine though. Where were the real parents at of these cousins? Where were the uncles and aunts? Where were they? Lord Jesus, listen, 18 kids all together, 15 kids in the home. And they gonna talk about my childhood, talk about what happened to me. Nigga, what happened to y'all? Lord Jesus. But that's why these brothers act like that, you know? That's why they act like that. This is crazy. So you already, you know, the daddy, in my opinion, put them in that situation, right? He let them stay with his mom, who was already raising 15 other cousins and shit, right? If he was a good guy, you know what I'm saying? He would have made a way, and he would have taken his children, okay? He would have taken his kids out of that cesspool, because you can't tell me 15 kids, 15 additional kids, so 18 kids altogether. You can't tell me that one big, funky, nasty place. You hear me? She said, I have 3 godchildren. 1 graduated college this summer, and my twin goddaughter are 6th graders. Yes, we have 2 god kids too, 2 goddaughters. And that's crazy, but yeah. So they need to make them children needed some god kids. I mean, hell, why they should have put them in the system. Hell, I don't think that they would have had to share a house with 15 people, you know. Anyway, but we're gonna finish up tomorrow. This is diabolical. She said, thank you, God. Bree is away from this family. They all dumb as fuck. Yes, man. It's crazy. This family is so traumatized, you know? They've been through some shit. They really, you know what I think would have been the best thing for them? But they didn't, you know, they couldn't get along enough, or they couldn't stop drama enough. But I think a sit-down documentary of their life would have been good. Because, baby, this is one for the books, honey. This family is, damaged. They're damaged. They're absolutely damaged. She said, but their dad lived down the street taking care of another family. So when the grandmama passed, why didn't he take them? Look at what happened when Lateef is in charge of raising kids. Exactly. He always say he raised himself. And I kind of believe it, in a sense, that he raised himself, because that joker thought eating booty like his grocery was sodomy. He was like, yeah, women be sodomizing me. Lord, gee. Take the wheel. He's not that bright. You know, he be saying, I want peace of mind, and he be saying the wrong piece. He be saying like a piece of pie instead of I want peace of mind. Like, oh my God. No, but he just, you know, he's not that bright. He's not that bright. Robert is not that bright. He, in my opinion, he's on the same level as Sierra and her mama, you know? Except for he's just a little smoother with it. He, you know, one thing about Robert is he rub his hands together. That's how he, you know, control how he try to sound all confident. He start rubbing them little old bitty hands together or whatever. And you already know he thinking of some shit to say, trying to be smooth with it, you know? But Kevin thinks he has definitely mastered manipulating and talking over and talking back. See, we wouldn't be able to do, because that joker, he talked too fucking much. Kevin talks a lot. You can't tell me that, you know, I guarantee you his mama thought he was a girl while he was in there flipping and doing atrobacks and shit in her belly, you know? She probably told everybody, I'm having a girl. I'm having a girl. It's going to be a girl, y'all. It's going to be a girl. You can't tell me he wasn't in there being a whole gymnast, you know? While he was in her stomach. You can't tell me. Let me see. Let me take this down. What is this? Oh, no, that's not what I was looking for. And that other video is just as good, y'all. We're gonna break that down too. Give me a second. Let me go over. Let me go back up. Now I say that to the end of the video. I'm gonna point out some things at the end of the video that we may have missed that stands completely out. That is so true. Oh, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this part, and then we're gonna say the rest for tomorrow. So when Kevin called Brianna an emotional terrorist, okay, y'all know Kevin wrote a whole book out there. He got a whole book named Emotional Terrorist, okay, and he said that he kind of contributed that book toward his brother's situation with his wife, right? Well, now ex, but he wrote that book Emotional Terrorist, basically calling Brianna an emotional terrorist. So let's break that down right quick. What he said, she's an emotional terrorist. This is Kevin's attempt to flip the abuse narrative and brand Brianna as the dangerous one, instead of acknowledging the toxicity in both partners, him and Brianna. He created a villain/victim binary, and cast Brianna as a manipulative, volatile woman who used emotion to dominate Robert. But what it really reveals, Kevin views women emotional expressions as threats, not a cry for help. Let me say that again. Kevin views women's emotional expressions as threats and not a cry for help. His own history with emotional chaos, i.e., leaving his wife and sleeping around with multiple women, is being rewritten here as healing, while Brianna Payne is framed as psychosis. This is eco-religious patriarchal language. Terrorist implies fear, rebellion, danger, all things men used to justify in controlling a woman. Damn. Now, with that said, did y'all know in some countries, a man is allowed to beat his wife if she rebelled? Okay, if she disobeyed him and rebelled against him, he was allowed to beat her. So I'm thinking of this because he says an emotional terrorist because he's trying to, like I said, echo the terrorist word to imply fear, rebellion, saying she rebelled against Robert. She's a danger. All of this is to justify controlling a woman, you know? She said, Amor, I could hear you all day. You are just so good at breaking things down and pausing it when we want to scream at the screen together. Thank you, Christina, baby girl. Listen, sometimes I get so into this and I'm just like, do y'all hear what this man is saying right now? You know what I mean? Do you hear him? Like, how can he think this way? Like, but you know, we haven't seen the rest of the video, but how in the world could Tasha sit there for an hour and 54 minutes and ingesting all of that bullshit? I know afterwards she had to say, oh my God, his brother is worse. I guarantee you Tasha said his brother is worse. Or she said, you know what? They kin to each other. They are definitely brothers. I guarantee you she said they're definitely brothers. Yeah. So he literally wanted to paint the picture of Brianna as a danger. She was a danger. You know, he wanted Brianna to be the villain and his brother to be the victim. Okay. Absolutely. That was his goal. But we're going to talk more of why he did all of this when we end this little part 3, this breakdown. She said that's why she asked if they had the same parents. Oh, yep. She wanted to know, like, what part of the family did this come from? The mama or the daddy? Because, baby, They are some work, y'all. They are absolutely some work. I think he wanted Bree to allegedly. Yeah, he probably did. I think that he was fascinated with Bree looks, you know, and he was wondering how the hell could his brother of he knew his brother was a bunny. I mean, not a bunny, but a dusty bunny. But no, he knew his brother was a dusty. He know he's a dusty, but he thought that he could slick talk women out slick talk Robert. That's why Robert never had a real relationship, you know. She said, sounds so familiar. Jay Diddy did the same to Cora. What's that, Reese? She said they had no real emotions. Lying come easy, no consequences. Yep, they don't have no real emotions. He grew up in a home where his grandparents slept in different rooms, never showed no love and affection, held hands, kissed, nothing. Now, I'm not saying that that's emotionally traumatizing, but what do you learn? You know, what do you learn? Well, I'm not saying that that's love, but how do you learn to express your love if you didn't grow up seeing it? You know what I mean? If he grew up with 17 other children in the home with him, I doubt if he was ever hugged, kissed on and told that you are amazing, or, you know what I mean? He missed out on a lot. Because how you exhausted. Tell me grandma wasn't exhausted, trying to even cook for them jokers. She probably was sitting up here wondering, like, how the hell did, my family bring all these kids to my house? She said, that's just what they want. That's what they want y'all to think. They're just some fucked up people, LOL. This is crazy, y'all. This is absolutely crazy. Who birthday? Happy birthday, Katrina. Happy birthday, girl. She said, calling her a terror and saying he was afraid for his life. Oh, he was calling Cora terror? Yeah, they love using these words. Emotional terrorist. You're a terror. Man, please. You know? But anyway, we're about to dish this live, y'all. It's late too. It's 11:22, baby. And I've been on for 3 hours. Look at that. She's talking about she had a sniper. Oh, yeah, that's right. Reese Cup. He showed his, try to say that she was going to unalive him. Yes, this should be a whole case study. I think all of them should sit down and I actually think, and I hope at least Toya, if not the brothers, I hope Toya seeks some counseling, because I think that she would be able to learn a lot about herself. I really think that if she can, if they are offering it somewhere, seek counseling, seek counseling and get you together. Don't be fucked up like your brothers, because your brothers don't think nothing wrong with them, and they just gonna be fucked up individuals for the rest of their life. I think these brothers allowed the internet to destroy them. I honestly do. I think, shit, I hit my elbow. I think that these brothers allowed some type of fame. And what I mean by some type of fame, they were so used to being nobodies, right? So when they received the fame from social media, it validates them. And, like Kevin saying, they worldwide known and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. I just think they let this shit go to their head. I really do. It's just what it is. Yep, the attention on the internet. But have you noticed that Kevin really didn't have a fan base or a support base until this drama? Because he had lost his edge. Remember, Vanessa and Callie and them was his fan base, and they all walked away from him. So his supporters left. So now he's tapping into Robert's supporters. And I told y'all this before in other videos. He want them to be exclusive him. He's going to do whatever he can, and it may not be overnight. You know what I'm saying? It may take some time, but I believe that he is definitely going to try to secure those supporters as his own. I believe that he's going to do that. because he really don't have any. She said seeking validation as a man. Yep, that's what he does. So hold on one second. Let me say this before we get off. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh, so hold on. Oh my God. Y'all. Girl, y'all can't scream that these motherfuckers are not brothers, baby. So he gives I don't know if this is okay, I guess JC. He gives JC a shout out for posting up a picture of him in the hospital. Listen, did y'all know that there was a picture of him with tubes up his nose too? I didn't know that he had a picture floating around on the internet with tubes up his nose too. But anyway, Kevin says, "Wow, babe, this is beautiful." And she wrote this. She says, "This is what strength looked like. This is what legacy looked like. 7 years ago, my husband made a decision that would protect our family for generations. We love you, Kev." Okay. And I'm assuming she meaning getting his stomach taken out when she says he made a decision that would protect our family for generations. But now I don't understand what she mean by that. Made a decision that will protect their family for generations, because what? So I'm assuming she means he brung another woman in the house, because I don't know. I don't know how him getting his stomach removed would protect their family for generations, because you do know that just getting your stomach removed don't mean that nothing else could happen to you. He could literally get bit by a spider and be gone. You understand what I'm saying? So getting your stomach removed protects your family for generations sounds weird, because there was no guarantee that he would have got stomach cancer or even died from it had he not gotten his stomach removed. You understand what I'm saying? There was no guarantee. So to even say that is lame. However, let me put this up, because I went on his page and it just seems that, and I understand what he's trying to do. And it's funny to me. He's definitely trying to sell his family on YouTube. You know, most people on YouTube promote what their channel is about, their videos and stuff or whatever, for better view or stuff like that, right? They do their photos and stuff like that mostly on either Facebook or Instagram, right? But he's bringing it over to YouTube because he's trying to appeal to YouTube that he's this family man. Why? Because he's over on YouTube cussing like a fool. You understand what I'm saying? Acting belligerent and acting like a whole girl over on YouTube. So he's trying to repaint his image on YouTube because he's done the most. He's absolutely done the most, So anyway, that's what he's doing on YouTube. Let me just show y'all. He's just posting all these photos on YouTube, trying to repaint an image all up and down his wall because he doesn't want people to see that he was on here calling people bitches and shit like his brother was doing. So he's trying to repaint his image, after he done came out here doing the most. He know people looking at him like he's crazy, So anyway. I had that tube in my nose, suctioning out fluid in my stomach. She sound dumb as fuck. Which one posted that, dumb or dumber? Well, hell, I don't know which one you call dumb or dumber. Dumb, because JC dumb and Lacey is dumber. So dumb posted it. So anyway, we about to wrap this up, y'all. Thank y'all for sliding through. Come back through tomorrow, honey. We'll be back tomorrow. We should finish it tomorrow. We should absolutely finish it tomorrow. I'm about to go grab me something to eat. It's late at night, but I'm still about to go get me something to eat and probably do some more research and whatnot. But yeah, y'all been a good crowd. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Glenn. Big sis. Thank you, Candy. Lovely of two. Thank you for Yolanda for 19 months. And thank you, Carla and Patrice for 24 months. And Carla for 13 months. Thank y'all so much for sliding through. And let me just give, I know I got a Coca-Cola. I saw it, but I didn't give y'all a shout out. So let me do that. Somebody sent me, I think it was, let me see what this was. It was Pretty C. Thank you so much for $25. She said, I am a silent supporter. I listen to you every day at work, and I ordered an outfit off Amazon. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. She said, I love you and your content. Keep it going strong. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Pretty C. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta add more stuff to my Amazon. Listen, before we go, you got y'all that came to the party. I need y'all orders. So jump in my inbox and tell me what y'all are ordering off the site, you guys. I need y'all orders. I know I probably should just have a live strictly for that, and maybe I will probably tomorrow or maybe even Sunday. But I need y'all orders because I got to put the orders in. Okay, I wanted to put it in as a group. She said, please drop your Amazon link. Okay, let me go get it. Let me go get the Amazon link. But I need y'all orders for and you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I'm gonna drop that too. Let me get the Amazon link first. All right, so here's the link. Hold on. Link right here, affiliate link. Okay. Wait a minute. It says how to get the link. I need to put the, I know where the link is at. Hold on. I'm supposed to be setting up the link tree. I'm gonna drop the link tree too, because I have things on there, but I'm still setting it up, but let me drop it. I'm still setting up my link tree. So just know whatever you see, it may change because I'm still setting it up. Hold on. How do I drop it? Okay, so how do I get it to you guys? This is what I was working on the other day. I don't know how to give it to y'all. Hold on. I see it. Let me see. Oh, copy your URL. Okay. All right, so here's my link tree. I'm still working on it, so it's going to get better. But save this link, and I think that you can, I don't know if you can follow this or not. See, somebody tell me if you can follow this link. Because this has a lot of different things on there. It has my Amazon list, it has my YouTube class, and I'm going to make it better. I'm going to be doing it better. So tell me if somebody click on it and tell me, can you follow it? Or I don't know how that works. Somebody click on it and tell me what y'all see. I'm still adding though. She said, I sent my candy order to your email. Oh, okay. I'll check my email, Christy. Thank you. I'll check my email. She said, yes, you can. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So y'all follow me on Linktree, and I'm still going to be enhancing it to make it better. So just stay tuned, okay? Just stay tuned. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Stay tuned. So anyway, yeah, so y'all follow that link. Follow that link. Grab that link. Follow that link. So the Amazon list link should be on that link, right? Did I? Think I did. Amazon storefront. Yeah, so click on Amazon storefront. And I got to add more stuff. I know y'all told me to add more stuff and I did not do it, but I am going to add more stuff and change my photo because I look weird in that photo. So anyway, but y'all follow that link, and all my links are going to be on this link tree. So I'm going to put everything that I offer on here, and it just really stores the link. So you have to click the link and it would take you to what I have to offer. Okay. She said, good night, everyone. Grandbabies is in the AM. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Cool, cool, cool. So I don't see the orders yet on Amazon. I don't know how that normally works, how long it takes to come up. But I don't see it. It says go to public view. Yes, see, I don't see it yet. But I'm sure it's something that I have to click or whatever to find out. Okay. So anyway, y'all, I do see what is you guys are signing up though. I do see that. So anyway, but I'm gonna call you Camille because you gotta walk me through this thing. But let me hop off of here and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I love y'all so much and talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Yay! She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers got me want to listen on them. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our